Welcome to a new video. Apologies for my room. Was meant to start this actually an hour ago, but I've been so busy. I had to do some very important phone calls and I've literally spent the whole day just filming for my new course. So it's been a bit of a mad one. My hair looks like crap. I really need a shower soon because I'm going out after this. Anyway, we know the drill of this. Base of this video, basically, I'm reacting to Matchweek 7 of the Premier League. So yeah, let's get this underway with the intro. I should really start playing the intro while I start my video, just to save a little bit of time. But oh well. Yeah, I knew I had to react to Matchweek 7 at some point. I've been so busy, and also my ear is killing me. This one here, like something's trapped in it. I have went to see a doctor today. We said that basically I'm going to give it for the next. I should be playing with it. That's not going to help at all. Idiots. Anyway, I should be. Hopefully, I'll feel all right by Tuesday. If I don't with this, well, with that, then.
Series coming to you every Saturday on BBC.
Basically, I'll go and see the doctor then.
Is it too high for Gallagher? No. Hunt in the goal.
He made history by scoring the first goal ever.
Oh, yeah.
And went on to become a Liverpool legend.
Yeah.
And a World Cup winner. Football made a sad farewell to Roger Hunt.
Yeah, absolute legend, Roger Hunt.
So Roger,
we lose Jimmy Greaves one week, then we lose Roger Hunt the next. It's so heartbreaking. Heartbreaking, isn't it?
So many people come to me and say, "Was it over the line?" And the other one is, "Why didn't you knock it in?"
What a legend!
He'll be remembered as an honest and humble man, a true gentleman who will never walk alone. Our condolences go out to his friends and family.
That's honestly gutting, that is. That is absolutely gutting. R.I.P. Roger Hunt.
6 games for you tonight in the company of Ian Wright and Danny Murphy.
Right, who are we starting with then?
Chelsea had lost twice.
Oh, it's us.
This week against Manchester City and Juventus. Southampton arrived at Stamford Bridge, yet to win in the league this season. The commentator was Steve Wilson.
Chelsea, Southampton's the first game.
Chelsea were to lose to Southampton today. It would remarkably be the first time they've lost 3 consecutive
Here we go.
matches in the same season.
So after defeat to Manchester City and Juventus, this should be a turning point for us. This game was meant to be a turning point for us anyway. Anyway, let's have a look at the teams. Mendy, Chalobah, Thiago Silva, Rudiger, Chilwell, Azpilicueta, Loftus-Cheek, Kovacic, Hudson-Odoi, Werner and Lukaku. McCarthy, Livramento, Walker-Peters, Bednarek, Salisu, Romeo, Ward-Prowse, Walcott, Redmond, Teller, and I think that was Adam Armstrong up front. The graphics are going so bloody quick.
Southampton drew at City 2 weeks ago.
Yeah, Adam Armstrong.
Similar today. Theo Walcott is back from a injury. Nathan Teller preferred to Elyounoussi.
Of course, Livramento is against his old former club. He used to be at Chelsea. Here's Chalobah into Loftus-Cheek. Then passes it right to Azpilicueta. Now Werner taking on Ward-Prowse. Into Lukaku. Back to Azpilicueta. And Chelsea fans are appealing for a handball from Kyle Walker-Peters. It's a corner to Chelsea. To Loftus-Cheek. Into Trevor Chalobah. And it is 1-0 to the Blues. Assisted by Loftus-Cheek. A terrific start for Chelsea. And once again, it's the youngster, Trevor Chalobah, who fires it in, like he did in his first game of the season against Crystal Palace.
He's just nodded Chelsea in front.
Nodded Chelsea in front,
Inside
and
9
McCarthy
minutes.
could not get the ball in time. Frustrating Ralph Hasenhüttl, as it shows there.
First time since 98-99 that's happened to
Walker
Southampton.
Peters taking on Kovacic and Trevor Chalobah.
Well covered. Trevor Chalobah is back at Stamford Bridge and very much in the manager's thoughts.
It's a throw-in though to Southampton. Redmond.
That's a good run. Cross is forced in.
Oh, and that was nearly the equaliser there.
From Theo Walcott somehow has not
Some
been
header
able
that
to
was from Theo Walcott. He could have made
This
it
is a
1-1.
brilliant piece of play by Walker Peters.
And look at that from Walker Peters, and
Theo
Walcott gets
was a
it
glance.
all wrong at
Anything
the
more,
end.
it might have been an equaliser.
Chilwell.
Dominant but not devastating, Chelsea.
Oh, to be fair, I agree with that. We've been dominant but not devastating this match. But here's Rudiger showing Ward-Prowse how running is done, and Lukaku makes it 2-0. But it's offside.
Double check this, but Nick Hopton has put his flag up. That's definitely not going to count.
Yeah, he is offside, I'm afraid, Lukaku. By the way, that was not a dig towards James Ward-Prowse. I'm just saying, if any Southampton fan gets angry with me about this, I do love the guy. If I had to choose, he is my favourite player at Southampton. Fantastic midfielder. I was just basically trying to say that Rudiger's run past him was exceptional. Anyway,
Hopton has put his flag up.
let's carry on. As a replay of Lukaku's offside
That's
goal.
definitely not going to count. Offside.
Well, here's Walcott. Now Livramento taking on Rudiger, but Rudiger wins the ball. Hudson-Odoi's ahead of him, and Rudiger does find Callum Hudson-Odoi. Livramento and Ward-Prowse chasing, but Callum Hudson-Odoi couldn't finish it off.
Took all the sting off the shot. Gets a pat on the head for his pains. And Chelsea are running back with Azpilicueta.
Lukaku. Now into Azpilicueta, who crosses it towards Werner, but no chance.
Azpilicueta again, just too high for Lukaku.
That was blocked then by the Southampton defence. It's 2-0. Some header from Timo Werner. And it's 2-0. The German international doubles Chelsea's lead. Cross in from Hudson-Odoi, finding Werner's head straight away. Bang, 2-0 to Chelsea.
Well, they are checking here a possible foul by Cesar Azpilicueta on Kyle Walker-Peters. Shielded by a Chelsea flag.
And VAR are checking again because they're checking if Azpilicueta fouls Kyle Walker-Peters.
It is ruled out. It's a foul by Azpilicueta and a free kick to Southampton.
Foul by Azpilicueta, free kick to Southampton. No, got to be fair, that is a foul. That is a foul.
And a phase of play later, Werner scores. Can't believe it.
Tuchel's fuming though with that.
Martin Atkinson.
Oh, he's going to get a yellow card for his frustrations.
Chelsea manager.
It's a yellow card for the German Chelsea manager, Thomas Tuchel, for showing his frustrations at referee Martin Atkinson. Meanwhile, Southampton make a substitute. Diallo comes on for Walcott. Here's Teller now for Southampton. Now Diallo. Now Livramento taking on Ben Chilwell. Still taking on Ben Chilwell, and that is a penalty. I hate to admit it, that is a penalty to Southampton. Definitely a penalty. And, well, Ben Chilwell is a clumsy boy. But that was clever play there from Livramento. But Chilwell gets it all wrong, and it is a penalty to Southampton. And you know who's going to take it. It's number 8, James Ward-Prowse. who equalises. And it is 1-1 here at Stamford Bridge. And Ward-Prowse's last 9 Premier League goals have all been penalties or free kicks. He has done it again from either a free kick or from the spots, James Ward-Prowse. And the Hampshire side are level here at Stamford Bridge. And it is 1-1 into the bottom left corner. Mason Mount comes on for Callum Hudson-Odoi, meanwhile, for Chelsea. Here is Kovacic. As Lukaku gets shirt pulled. But here comes Werner, who misses. Saved by McCarthy. As Southampton tried to clear it out.
Kovacic did well. Lukaku into Werner. Super stop by the Southampton goalkeeper.
A brilliant stop there by Alex McCarthy with his left hand. But still, no way through for Chelsea. Jorginho now comes on for Kovacic. And here is Jorginho. While Gineppo comes on for Teller. Jorginho passes it back to Rudiger. Then to Mendy. Back to Jorginho, who gets fouled by James Ward-Prowse. And I think James Ward-Prowse could be booked here, you know. And it is a yellow card for the Southampton equalising penalty taker. That is a late challenge there from James Ward-Prowse. To be honest, that could be a red card. And weirdly enough, Martin Atkinson's checking it. He's changed his mind. Martin Atkinson has changed his mind. And James Ward-Prowse is going to be sent off. And Southampton are down to 10 men. It was a very late challenge on Jorginho. Very late. Look at that. That's just... That is late. I will admit, at first, I thought that was a yellow, but it is a red at the end of the day. Seeing a challenge that clumsy. Anyway, Ross Barkley comes on for Ruben Loftus-Cheek. Azpilicueta, Werner 2-1. Tap in from Timo Werner and Chelsea retake the lead. It's Werner's first league goal since April, assisted by Azpilicueta. It's 2-1 to Chelsea. That pass from Barkley into Azpilicueta was sublime. Into Azpilicueta, who then assists Timo Werner. And the German international makes it 2-1 to Chelsea, while El Yanusi comes on for Redmond for Southampton. Now Mason Mount, taking on Teller. And Chelsea hit the bar. And then another go from Ben Chilwell. And McCarthy, oh, it's gone in. I thought McCarthy saved it. It's 3-1. Into Mount. Into Azpilicueta hits the post. Chilwell volleys it. I thought McCarthy saved it, but it does go over the goal line. And Chelsea do get their third goal of the game. It is a goal. It's just over the line. And the guy who brought James Ward-Prowse down earlier makes it 3-1 to Chelsea and ends 3-1 to Chelsea. Now, let's hear what Thomas Tuchel has to say and Ralph Hasenhüttl.
It was an entertaining game from both sides, very intensive game. So we're also here to entertain our supporters. I had the feeling that we have our expectations right, what to expect, how to respond, and then we got the attitude right. And in the end, we got finally the result right, which is always the challenge and the target, and always the most difficult. So it was a late one, but a deserved one.
We were absolutely brave today. We did a good job. I'm very proud from the way we played today. I think super intense first half, up and down, but in the end, it was the red card, the decisive moment. The guys did a really good job against the Champions League winner. I mean, yeah.
You had a goal disallowed.
To be honest,
you had a chance in the second half, so you must have been delighted to score such an important.
To be honest, I thought Southampton did play very well that match, so I fully agree with Hasenhüttl.
Yes, of course. I think first of all, my first goal in the season. I think I had the last games was not so easy for me because I don't start so regularly. But at the end, I think it was not only important for me; it was important for the whole team to come back after 2 defeats. You must have fun at the game. I think today you see that our team had this fun to play football and want to win the game at the end, and that makes us so strong.
I'm freaking delighted for Timo. That was his best goal. That was his best game in ages. I'm freaking delighted for him. That was a freaking incredible performance by Werner. Superb from start to finish, that whole game. Right, let's have a look at the stats. So, obviously it ended 3-1. 62% possession to 38. 20 attempts to 6. 9 on target to 2. 7 corners to 2. Thiago Silva, Salisu, Romeo and Gineppo were all the players that got booked, and obviously Ward-Prowse got a straight red card. But yeah, I honestly thought Southampton played very well that match, to be honest. They will get their first win of the season soon. They've been unlucky, I think, because they've played some good football. Their time will come. They've got Leeds next time out at St Mary's, and they could honestly win that. But yeah, not back to back. Sorry, Chelsea back on winning ways.
That makes us so strong.
Important goal for Werner and an important win for Chelsea, Ian, as well. After a difficult week, and two of perhaps Chelsea's forgotten men were the most influential in the end.
It's Werner and Chalobah, and Loftus-Cheek, and Hudson-Odoi.
Played his part, but what was good about Ruben Loftus-Cheek is that after that injury, what he had, going to Fulham, I mean, I didn't think we'd ever see him back to this kind of form, but the display today was magnificent.
He was brilliant as well, Loftus-Cheek.
First chances created in 35 games. But people say about Ruben Loftus-Cheek, about his energy, looked like he's playing within himself. But today, in his own box, in the midfield, everything. One of the things he's going to have to do, probably as well, if he's going to stay in this Chelsea team, especially as somebody who played in a kind of like the pivot holding player as of a two.
He's so unlucky not to score that, and Loftus-Cheek.
He's in his own box, helping there. And then once he gets into this, it's just the power, the skill, everything what he's got. You know, he's got everything. And like I say, people saying he hasn't got the energy. And like you're looking at him now, this is scary. Looking at a Ruben Loftus-Cheek, it looks to me like he's got the fire in his belly bag. You know, he's dangerous because look at the strength, the skill. He's away. Great passing, gets it back again. Bam, foul. Took him off. And then Ross Barkley comes on. And another player, 27 now, nowhere near the potential where he should have fulfilled up to this point. But maybe with this manager who'll give him a chance, he's got this in his locker. That's fantastic.
Look at that. That was class.
And you're hoping that in this side, with this manager, he can be somebody that can finally unlock these two players, because they are two exceptional players. And today they made a big difference in Chelsea.
For the first time this week, there was question marks over Thomas Tuchel's Chelsea, because from the day he's gone in there, they've been brilliant. The quality he had on the bench, the strength and depth they've got, there's no way this team is going to suffer because they've lost a couple of games. They've got too much quality, too much experience. They will be thereabouts at the end of the season.
I agree. Anyway, I'm going to have to go for a loo break for a whiz. I will be right back. Sorry about that, everyone. I won't be long. Okay. Sorry about that. That was desperate. Sorry, I couldn't hold it. Anyway, I won't get into that.
Probably the turning point was the James Ward-Prowse red card.
Yeah, I think the turning point was the Ward-Prowse red card.
Well, we were watching it live.
See why they've done it.
At first, I thought it was the right decision. When you see it like that, it's gone for the ball. It's quite low. Then when you see the slow-mo, it's dangerous. It's the right decision. It's a red card. I think he's desperately trying to get to the ball because he knows if he wins it 1-1, they are in on goal.
Massive reward.
Massive reward for that if he gets there. But he doesn't argue too much. He understands. He's seen enough football. We all have recently to know that's going to be a red card. But it certainly gave Chelsea the impetus then to go on and dominate them in the latter stages of the game.
Still no win yet in the league for Southampton. They did sell obviously a couple of key players in the summer. Should Saints fans be?
Nah, they will get one.
Not just yet. I think the level of performance has been pretty good in the last few weeks. They do lack a cutting
Yeah,
edge
they have.
losing Ings.
Agreed.
But the next 5 games are winnable games. I think if they're struggling for wins after the next 5, then I'd start worrying.
Okay. Manchester United have gone 8 league games at Old Trafford without a
Right.
the first time.
So comfortable win for Chelsea at the end, and now it's Manchester United against Everton at Old Trafford.
Commentator Conor McNamara.
So for United, De Gea, Wan-Bissaka, Lindelof, Varane, Shaw, McTominay, Fred, Greenwood, Fernandes, Martial, Cavani, Ronaldo and Pogba are both on the bench. Unbelievable. Everton, Pickford, Godfrey, Mina, Keane, Dean, Decore, Alan, Gray, Gordon, Townsend, and Salomon Rondon. Anthony Gordon in for Iwobi, and still no Richarlison and DCL. Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Fred, McTominay, Bruno Fernandes, trying to find Bruno Fernandes, but it goes to Wan-Bissaka on the right. Taking on Luka Dean. And Martial just misses the left-hand side of the goal with a header. Looking for his first goal of the season for Manchester United, Anthony Martial. Meanwhile, there's Damari Gray. Passes it back to the right-hand side of Everton. Here is Andros Townsend, who goes down as Luke Shaw is not happy with the decision going Everton's way. Free kick, Everton. Could have been 1-0 then. Michael Keane nearly making it 1-0, but it goes wide. Fernandes. Now Fred. Crosses it towards Cavani. Great save by Pickford. Jordan Pickford denies Edison Cavani.
He's got quite the insurance policy in place if needed.
Because Pogba and Ronaldo on the bench. Meanwhile, Fred's just given it away to Decore, who takes on Fernandes, and now Andros Townsend. Decore, Rondon doesn't score for Everton. Important block there from Lindelof. Damari Gray taking on Lindelof. Now Anthony Gordon, who crosses it in. Blocked, deflected from Wan-Bissaka. And now here's Fernandes. McTominay. Cavani. But Everton get the ball back. Now Damari Gray. Takes on the United defence and has a go. But it is blocked by David De Gea. And now here's Anthony Gordon for Everton.
Damari Gray here decided early he was going to take this on. It's well struck. Just dipping in front of De Gea, which can be tricky for goalkeepers.
Luke Shaw. Cavani.
Shaw unable to receive it.
Everton tried to get rid of it.
Rondon.
Doucouré.
Encourages Townsend forward.
And Townsend taking on Varane.
4 blue shirts in the centre here. One of them
Into Doucouré. Blocked. Blocked by Aaron Wan-Bissaka.
He started this move and he was very close to finishing it.
And Doucouré is frustrated as Everton feel like they should be 1-0 up. I think they should be 1-0 up, personally. They're playing very well. Wan-Bissaka. Now McTominay. Greenwood. Haven't hardly mentioned him all game. But here's Fred. Martial fires it in. And after saying in a commentator's curse just then on how well Everton are playing, it is 1-0 to Manchester United, assisted by Bruno Fernandes, scored by Anthony Martial, who does get his first goal of the season. And it's 1-0 to Manchester United. Trying to live up to the Cristiano Ronaldo name by scoring while Ronaldo's on the bench. And that is exactly what he's done. Now here's the second half coming. Which, speaking of which, Ronaldo's coming on for Cavani. And Martial, who's just scored, makes way for Jadon Sancho. As United gets very happy about the substitution. Greenwood gives the ball away to Everton. Now Damari Gray taking on Lindelof. But the shot is tame as Damari Gray lays on the floor. Now McTominay, but it's gone nowhere. It's a corner to the Red Devils. Right. Low delivery from Manchester United. As Damari Gray is trying to be taken on by Fred, but Damari Gray keeps the ball in. And here's Doucouré being chased by Lindelof. And now here's Andros Townsend. Can he finish it off? Yes, he can. And the blue half of Merseyside have equalised at Old Trafford. And Andros Townsend mimics Cristiano Ronaldo's signature celebration to celebrate. Assisted by Abdoulaye Doucouré, scored by Andros Townsend. And Everton are level here at Old Trafford. He's had an absolute lightning start to this season, Andros Townsend has. And he celebrates by doing Ronaldo's signature celebration. Fred comes off, Pogba comes on, while Tom Davies comes on for Gordon for Everton. Sancho. Into Ronaldo. Gone wide, could have been 2-1 to Manchester United, and the Red Devils could have retaken the lead thanks to you-know-who, but a certain Cristiano Ronaldo. United lose it again. Greenwood gives it away again. But Doucouré's shot is deflected. Ironically, Everton's first corner of the match. What can Everton do from here? Headed away by Varane. But United lose it anyway. And here's Tom Davies, who's going to have a go. And it's a tap in from Yerry Mina. The linesman and VAR are looking very concerned. But they are hoping VAR will spot something here. Yerry Mina in front of Tom Davies. That is gutting. Unluckily gutting for Everton. Yerry Mina is just offside and the goal doesn't stand and Everton do not take the lead. But Ole Gunnar Solskjaer looks frustrated no matter what. It's United 1, Everton 1, final score.
On the one hand, we're delighted with the injuries we had to come to Old Trafford and get a point is great, but yeah, we're a little bit disappointed with this last goal. I think Tom did the right thing in squaring it, but unfortunately on this occasion, Jerry just ahead of play. But yeah, we're happy with the point, but it could have been so much more. The reaction of the team in the second half was quite good. Everybody was doing what we have to do, work hard against a very good team and try to create chances, and we did it. It's a pity the last one because it was offside, but it was just 10 centimeters.
I'd imagine a lot of Manchester United fans would love Cristiano Ronaldo to start every game.
Yeah, I think me and him, we understand more than you, for example, the experts and journalists. And then it's about picking the right moments to play him, to not play him. Of course, he's not a young puppy anymore, but he's professional as ever, ready to come on, and he came on with loads of energy and attitude today as well.
We should win this game. We should create more chances. We shouldn't concede that kind of goal we concede. It's not the first time, and we have to look at our mistakes and see what we can do better from here.
The celebration, are you imitating anyone we know?
Not imitating, it's just a mark of respect to obviously a guy who influenced my career. Spent many hours in the on the training pitch, in the video room, trying to analyse his free kicks, his step overs, the way he dedicates himself to football. Probably didn't do the celebration justice, didn't execute perfectly, but no, it was just a mark of respect to one of the all-time idols of football.
You'll come through.
Fair play to Townsend for saying that. Anyway, before we go to the what the pundits have to say. Oh, bloody hell. Just want to see the stats quickly.
A little bit disappointed with this last goal. I think Tom did the right thing in squaring it.
72% possession to 28, 13 attempts to 12. That's very good from Everton there. 6 on targets to 2, 10 corners to 1, 0.88 expected goals to 1.22. Greenwood and Decore were the only 2 players that got booked in that match.
A lot of Manchester United fans would love Cristiano Ronaldo.
So yeah, very interesting. I agree with Bruno Fernandes. I think United should have played so much better because I thought Everton played so well.
Perfectly, but no, just a mark of respect to one of the all-time idols of football.
Yeah, we'll come through now in a few seconds. But first, Danny, Everton's impressive start to the season continues.
They have been impressive. They've looked good.
Well organised, good on the counter, as you'd expect with Rafa's teams. United actually started well, created some good chances, but their calamitous defending let Everton back in, who grew into the game. As the game, they got more confidence. This is the goal. This is from a United point of view. It's their corner. Fred got to win that tackle. He doesn't. Who grew into
Just bear with me. I'm just getting some water. There we go.
the game. As the game, they got more confidence. This is the goal. This is from a United point of view. It's their corner. Fred got to win that tackle. He doesn't. All that one. Not strong enough when he comes to the shoulder barge. And look at United's 4 players. They're not proactive. They're reactive. It's too late. Can't get back. Sure does get across. Poor attempt at trying to win the ball. Dangles a foot. Goes at it too quick. Vacates the space. And Varane just can't catch Townsend. Didn't have the pace to get back, and it's a cool finish. It was an awful goal to give away, and United can't keep clean sheet. They're really struggling at Old Trafford. Ronaldo fuming with Fred, rightly so.
Defence has been shocking that game from United. That's what costed them the game. No wonder Ronaldo's fuming.
Decore, non-stop running, good awareness again. And his confidence in the moment, he was never missing. He took his time, onto his so-called weaker foot, smashed it in the bottom corner. And it could have got better for him.
Yeah, well, he could. He could have benched it, couldn't he? At the end, he had a fabulous chance at Davies Square, just offside.
Mm-hmm. And you look at it, you saw Andros Townsend obviously started the season magnificently. His confidence is high. Tom Davies obviously had 3 substitute appearances. And when you look at the way that this chance comes to him, you think to yourself, right, you're at Old Trafford, like Danny was saying earlier to me in the room. You're at Old Trafford, take that touch in there and go and finish it, win the game. finish the game. His touch is tentative. He's got to know that the call is offside there. But I think that this is a massive lack of confidence in the mental state he's probably in at the moment. He just wants it to be. He just wants to be perfect to do it, but he's not taking it responsibility himself. Even there, he can still shoot himself. He shouldn't be squaring that. It's past the buck for me there.
But also the United backline there, Gary. It's another. It's awful. There's no communication.
Honestly,
we should have done better in the challenge.
Honestly, I know United have way more shots on target than Everton did, but for me personally, Everton were the better team that match, and they deserved it a lot more than United did, in my opinion. And also, I can also tell you why, because Everton's defence actually played quite well. United's, I thought, was shocking in that match. Everton should have won it, but they could have won it. But like Danny Murphy said, Tom Davis should have known that Decore was offside. If he banged it straight away with his, instead of squaring it to an offside Decore, Everton would have won the game. And that would have been a huge blow to United.
Two chances. I mean, that could have lost them the game, but the defending's been poor.
No, it was. It was really poor.
Their chances, which brings us in a way to Cristiano Ronaldo. He didn't start the game. He came on in the 57th minute. He looked very frustrated at the end. That was Andrew Townsend.
He's fuming.
He's probably a few words. But you could see we don't know what he's miffed about. It's whether it's the result, whether it's the fact he didn't start. How surprised were you that he didn't feature after his late show the other week?
Very surprised, Gary, simply because, if you've got Cristiano Ronaldo, I'm sure, yes, you do have to create a structure for him to fit in, but, because Cavani works so hard, but he's not missing that header if he's on the pitch. He's not missing that. And when you've got Cristiano Ronaldo, you have to build a team and structure around him so it can work for him. Because, like I say, Cavani presses, he closes down, his movement's great. But I think that this one as well, this is the kind of chance, I don't think if he's on the pitch, he misses those chances. So whatever Ole's saying about what we're saying, like pundits and whatever experts are saying.
Yeah, I think Ronaldo would have buried that in instead of Cavani if he was starting.
Playing in there to do what he does.
That's what could have won the game for United.
But Ollie will say he's 36. We're talking
about Cristiano Ronaldo being 36.
Absolutely. I'm just playing devil's advocate.
Yes.
That's what Ollie said.
Yes, well, Ollie can say that. But, if that's the case, then Cristiano Ronaldo won't walk off the pitch like that. He's upset. He doesn't lose. I don't see him miss many games in his whole career up to this point.
The other thing that I found strange as well is you're not just taking out your best goal scorer. You actually took off the pitch, started on the bench, your best creator. Pogba and Ronaldo were both left.
I couldn't believe Pogba
obviously hindsight's
didn't start either.
If you win, it's not a big
deal. I could have lost that game.
I think it's fair to say they'll both be in the starting lineup next week. Probably.
The last 5 league meetings between Wolves and Newcastle had all finished 1-1. Martin Fisher was the one for us.
Right, Wolves Newcastle.
Raul Jimenez's goal at
Southampton on Sunday. We know the news with Newcastle, don't we? And Matty from the Magpie channel, shout out to him, big shout out to him. He's delighted with it, obviously. But Newcastle have officially been taken over by a Saudi Arabian consortium. And everyone is saying that Newcastle could be doing a rise to the top half of the Premier League like Chelsea have and like Manchester City have. So that could be interesting, seeing Newcastle fight for the title as well. Anyway, meanwhile at Molineux, Wolves, Jose Sarr, Kilman, Cody, Seiss, Semedo, Neves, Matinho, Marçal, Trincao, Jimenez, Hwang. Newcastle, Darlow, Manquillo, Fernandes, Clark, Ritchie, Willock, Hayden, Sean Longstaff, Almiron, Joe Linton, and Alan Saint-Maximin. Jimenez. Not quite brought down. He keeps the ball. And Hwang makes it 1-0 to Wolves already. Wolves end 341-minute wait for... That graphic was so quick. For minute wait for a home league goal here at Molineux. And the new South Korean loan signing from RB Leipzig has fired hi-ho Wolverhampton in front.
from Huang Hee-chan.
And Huang Hee-chan puts Wolves in front.
Difficult angle, got it just right. And in the pouring rain in the Black Country, Wolves hit the front. Wolverhampton Wanderers 1, Newcastle United 0.
Brilliant finish by Huang.
Had a little chat with Steve Bruce before, and just to clarify whether or not this was his 1,000th game as a manager, he said he thought it was initially, then he was told that his first game from Birmingham, he actually didn't officially take charge of that game. So this is game 999.
Matinho.
Jimenez on the turn.
Now Jimenez, who's on the turn.
With Trincao.
Tries to leave it off to Trincao as Huang gives it back to Jimenez. Matinho has a go, but it's saved by Darlow. João Matinho's known for his screamers as well, so it's worth that he's given it another go, hasn't he? Jeff Hendrick comes on for Joe Willock for Newcastle as Wolves win the ball back from Newcastle. And here's Huang. Into Trincao. What a sitter. That could have easily been 2. As Trincao hits the bar.
Still shaking. Trincao has lost it though.
He does lose it though. And Newcastle do win the ball back. Here's San Maximan.
Saint-Maximin somehow he's kept the ball and he's fed it through for Joe Linton.
Jose Sarr loses the ball though and stays down. He looks injured, but he's about to get back up. But Jeff Hendrick has a go, and Newcastle are level here in the West Midlands. Assisted by Javier Manquillo, scored by Jeff Hendrick. And he blasts it into the left-hand side of the net. When Wolves could have easily made it 2-0, it's 1-1. And Bruno Lage is absolutely furious because Jose Sarr is down, still down. Looked like he could have picked an injury. And that is why Wolves are furious with this equaliser here from Jeff Hendrick here for Newcastle.
For Jeff Hendrick to smash one in. Jose Sarr was out of the picture. And had no chance as the ball whizzed past.
No chance for the new Portuguese goalkeeper signing for Wolverhampton Wanderers. And this was Trincao's sitter. Hit the bar, should have easily been 2-0 to Wolves. And Lage can't believe it. Newcastle on the attack. Here's Joe Linton. Saint-Maximin has a go, but he's denied by Jose Sarr. He does win it back, though. Taking on Semedo. It's a corner to Newcastle as Wolves clear it.
But prior to that, a really vital save by Jose Sarr. Spread himself big, got his right arm across. And keeps us at 1-1.
Neves. Jimenez. Nice turn, taking on the Newcastle defence. On towards Huang, who fires it in and finishes it off to make it 2-1 to Wolves. The first time Jimenez has assisted 2 goals in a Premier League game. Both scored by Huang, who's becoming a new hero and a new face for South Korea in the Premier League. Can he be for Wolves what Heung-min Son has been for Tottenham? And it is 2-1 to Wolves. Wolves retake the lead, assisted by Jimenez, finished off by Huang Hee-chan. Nowhere for Carl Darlow. The Wolves fans celebrate, and it is 2-1 to the Black Country side. Murphy comes on for Manquillo. Huang tries to cross it to Jimenez, but no, not 3 minutes. No, sorry, not 3 goals for Wolves. But it doesn't matter anyway, because it's another 3 points for Wolves. Back-to-back wins for the Black Country side. A masterful performance from Huang Hee-chan. And it is another defeat for Newcastle. They've got work to do.
More pressure on Steve Bruce. Newcastle losing this one. Wolves 2, Newcastle 1.
It ends 2-1 to Wolves.
Bruno, first goals for your team here in the Premier League and your first win here in the Premier League. It must feel good.
Yeah, I think it was 90 minutes with a good environment and a good feeling for us. So I think we did a good performance. Most important thing is the way we start the game and finish the game. And today we did everything.
7 games without a win now. You'll know the stats and you'll know what comes with that kind of return. More pressure between now and your chance to return.
Well, whoever you are in the Premier League, whether you're a manager of Newcastle or not, you have 1 in 7 games, then ultimately we all know the drill. We all know what comes. The quicker we get a result, the better. But as I said, that's the story of so far, where it could have been our day. Unfortunately, it wasn't.
How do you deal with that kind of pressure, Steve? Long in the tooth, obviously. Are you used to pushing to one side?
Well, that helps, of course. Not easy, but you know, the experience I've had over the last 900 odd times, wherever it is, helps you. But still disappoints you and upsets you. You know, the first thing I look at is, could we do anything better? Could I have been better in the week? I look at myself straight away and think if there's anything which, unfortunately, can I do better? So we'll keep working away at it and bashing away.
The 2 goals involved 2 men. Raul Jimenez, fantastic in the creation of them, and Juan with 2 fantastic finishes. They could be quite a combination, couldn't they, those 2?
We're excited. I think everybody associated with our football club's excited. The 2 phenomenal footballers, but more importantly, brilliant people as well. So to see them obviously linking and linking up well in the games is fantastic to see. And honestly, they're a pleasure to play with both of them. So it was fantastic today just to watch them, like I said, link and come together, and hopefully we can carry on now for the rest of the season.
Well, he's pretty much asked my question.
Steve Bruce looks under pressure after that.
And a good feeling for us, so.
I'm going to be honest. Early prediction, but we'll see what happens before next week when the Premier League returns for game week 8. I think Steve Bruce, especially after Newcastle being taken over by the Saudi Arabian consortium, that's just broke out today in the news. I think Steve Bruce is going to be the second managerial casualty of the season.
I think we did
it wouldn't shock me at all.
Most important thing is the way we start the game and finish the game. And today we did
52% possession for Wolves to Newcastle's 48. 7 attempts to 8. 3 on target to 2. Newcastle had 4 corners. Wolves had bugger all. And 0.93 expected goals to Newcastle's 1.07. Only Clark and Manquillo, both for Newcastle, got yellow cards. Wolves didn't have a single player booked.
Honestly, they're a pleasure to play with both of them. So it was fantastic today just to watch them, like I said, link and come together, and hopefully we can carry on now for the rest of the season.
Well, he's pretty much asked my question for me there.
Talking about Juan and Jimenez, they do seem to be striking up.
Juan was incredible that match.
Very dangerous here, weren't they?
It is very dangerous. You see the Traore for a bit. He kind of fitted in the back with Jimenez. We saw Jimenez with Jota do it as well. And now we're seeing him in he Chang Wang. I'll make sure I get that right. But like, it looks like he's got everything. He's got pace. He's got skill.
Online,
he's got awareness. Yeah. But then once he gets into this position, he's got a nice skill, he's got a nice touch, he's got a nice awareness. You know, get himself in the box. He's driving to get in the box. Good pace. We'll see that as well later. Once he passes this one, and then bam, he's gone. But then you watch Jimenez as well.
It's great to see him back.
Well, it is because like when remember when he kind of discarded that headband, it was like he was saying something. He kind of got through a mental barrier. Great pass in there. And
that's some finish. That is some finish.
I think the goalkeeper's got the angles wrong. He looked very, very small, but it's a good finish. And then once he gets into this position, watch Jimenez's run here. What he leaves for Trincao. This is fantastic. Look at Trincao. He should score this. You know, Wolves.
How did he miss that?
I think that now they've got.
That's for me one of the misses of the season so far.
That will now punish people. Look at this run. He's in. Brilliant play from Jimenez again. The goalkeeper. I'm not sure here. And watch this for pace. This is what you just like to see. Just burn him off. Bam. Look. Blasting him off. They can't even get in the box quick enough. Fantastic play.
Sometimes you stumble across a partnership or a formation. They lost their top goal scorer, Pedro Neto, from last season. He's a terrific player to come back into that. So he's put them 2 together, and it just seems to.
Yeah, watch out for Neto when he returns.
A few weeks ago, Wolves could score a goal.
That could make Wolves lively.
New manager manager coming in as well. It's going to make a difference.
Yeah.
It takes time, doesn't it? Now Newcastle.
Yeah.
Thank heavens Alan Shearer wasn't around today. He would have been very loud.
Yeah, he'd be loud today as well
Winners now,
because
and
of
that's
Newcastle's
4 of the
takeover. He'd be
last
very
7
happy, loud.
campaigns They've started without winning a match in their opening 7 fixtures.
3 points from a possible 21. You know something? You look at Newcastle.
I think he's gone. I think
I
Bruce
don't know
is
where their next
going to be
week's
sacked
coming
next
from.
week.
He hasn't changed it from Watford. He's playing Alan Saint-Maximin down the centre. They just look.
He's going to be sacked. I think Bruce is going to be sacked.
It's not that bad. I know they haven't won, but they've scored more goals than anyone else in the bottom half this season. The balance isn't right. They're not looking.
Yeah, no, look at that. They're defending like ranked 19th and 20th. That's not good enough for Newcastle. That is honestly not good enough.
We're not able to score many goals. Steve Bruce has definitely tried to play more on the front foot at the beginning of this season, but they're suffering defensively because of it. And that's football, finding that balance between being entertaining, looking like a team having a go, but leaving yourself wide
Is
open.
that not the manager's job? To find the right balance?
Of course it is, which he hasn't done so far.
Yeah.
But what you can't argue with is the goals they scored and the chances they've created. They should have won comfortably at Watford last week.
But Dan, it's got to come to a point that I think you say that they should have won, but
they didn't. Yeah,
exactly, they didn't, and that's what they've got to do. They've got to start winning games. I don't think Alan Saint-Maximin playing down the centre is good. Play him out there, play and create. Get someone else in the middle.
One of the problems is Wills.
Yeah, it's big mess.
He's a terrific player, but he doesn't stay fit enough. If he was playing in that side, I think he'd be in a better position. But they've got to get him fit. So,
I love you, Al.
Different proposition.
I love you, Al.
Yeah. Don't worry, you won't be watching, I'm sure. 4 games coming your way on Match of the Day 2, including a pretty big one at Anfield.
Yep, that's still to come. Liverpool Man City is still to come in this video. Klopp versus Pep.
Coverage of the London Marathon begins at 8 a.m. on Sunday.
Right. Should be going to our 4th match in a sec.
267 streaming now on BBC iPlayer. The latest edition of MOTD X is also on iPlayer. And if you missed the start of the show, it's available now. Guess where? Yes, iPlayer. The whole programme goes up first thing on Sunday.
So yeah, literally, Newcastle have got work to do. They probably will do now that they've been taken over. Anyway, this is the 4th game of the 10. Leeds against Watford at Elland Road.
Against Watford, these two are together in the top flight for only the 2nd time over.
Bloody hell. Anyway, who has Bielsa started? Meslier, Shackleton, Llorente, Cooper, Firpo, Phillips, Rafinha, Click, Dallas, Daniel James, and Rodrigo up front. Watford, Ben Foster, Feminier, Trusticon, Sierralta, Rose, Kuka, Sissoko, Sarr, Tufan, Dennis, and up front is Josh King.
The second time that Leeds have ever failed to win any of their first 6 top flight games.
Rafinha tries to cross it in. And as a result of that, Leeds lose the ball to Watford.
Dennis Shackleton was pursuing him. Trostekon wanted too much time.
Rodrigo. Dallas has a shot.
That's a good bit of work with his boots.
But Ben Foster clears it.
He reacted the right way. Tested by Stuart Dallas. As it bounced away, he was sufficiently aware of where the ball was going to end up. Marcelo Bielsa back to the crouch. Strongest thigh muscles of all Premier League managers. I'm guessing.
Rafinha
Rodrigo.
into Rodrigo, taking on the Watford defence.
Took on Sierralta unsuccessfully, but it will be a Leeds corner at the end of it.
But it is a corner to Leeds. Leeds fans are appealing for a penalty.
Stuck to it there, Francisco Sierralta. Not easy to stop. On a sixpence.
Corner to the Whites.
Drilled in at some pace and it's bouncing around.
1-0. It's put in by Diego Llorente.
Gives Leeds United the lead.
And it gives the Ellen Road team the lead here at Ellen Road.
This was really fired in from the corner. And that's not a bad finish. It was Kutska who headed it back into the mix. The number 14, the man at the back, Llorente, had the instinct of a man at the
1-0 to Leeds here at Ellen Road, here against Watford.
Watford looked to head straight back. It's Dennis leaving it for Kutska.
Click.
Watch Leeds go. Rafinha making the run.
Rafinha making the run.
Penalty appeals. The referee doesn't think so.
As Daniel James goes down.
It was Rodrigo, and it was James trying to get to the ball around the corner of Trostekov.
Leeds again appealing for a penalty.
The check is complete. Mason doesn't see anything in it to overrule.
Let's have a look at that again.
Corner of Trostekov.
Yeah, I don't think it's. To be honest, I don't think it's enough to be a penalty. I agree.
Mason doesn't see anything in it to.
I agree with Lee Mason.
Ismail Assar getting ahead of Dallas and can Llorente. Feminier.
And Feminier goes down.
Left him on the floor in winning the ball. Watford have the ball back with Ozan Tufan.
They have a go, don't they, Watford? But it's gone over.
Feminier has been left with a bloody nose after this from Junior Firpo. Does swing the
Oh,
arm back
dear.
into his face. Then give it away, or more accurately, won back by Ismail Assar to present the chance for Ozan Tufan. Llorente.
Click. Rafinha.
Shackleton.
Rafinha tries to whip it in.
Bounced off Kutska for
Click has a go, though, but it's wide from the right-hand side of the goal.
You might have thought that was going in. And Foster wasn't 100% certain that it was.
Could have been 2-0 to Leeds. Ken Sema comes on for Josh King for Watford.
Shackleton. Had a lot of the ball.
Shackleton.
Good things with it. There's another. Lovely ball into the feet of Click. Across to Dallas.
As Dallas can have a go. No, it's gone over. But the good news being for Leeds is that they're still 1-0 up. But I know they're obviously pushing for a second.
Up into a shooting position.
Way too high from Stuart Dallas.
Tries to rev up his players.
Meanwhile,
He needs
Tufan
ball.
and Sierralta
To do it in a positive way.
come off for
Shooting position.
João Pedro
Cisco tries to
and
rev up his
Cabasele.
players. He needs ball. Trying to do it in a positive way. Kiko Feminier.
Now Feminier.
Trostekov still up there to help it on to Dennis. Melier comes to meet him.
And Dennis
Melier got
puts it
some
over.
ball and got a bit of Dennis
No
down on the shoulder.
equaliser for Watford.
Good little flick that from Trostekov. Brave goalkeeper.
Yeah, it was as well. Corner to Watford, and it's Danny Rose who's going to take it.
Soko in combat with Dallas. Melier has lost it, and it's gone in for Watford to be level. But
Watford
no,
are level.
No, the referee has ruled it out.
And they're furious about being ruled out as
Does Ilan Melier get mightily lucky here? A goal won't stand. It was Cabasele charging in. That's why it's been ruled out.
yeah,
Just a mess made.
Leeds
by
are
Ilan
very
Melier.
lucky because Melier had a howler. He dropped the ball then. And it isn't 1-1. Now Tyler Roberts comes on for Dallas.
Roberts had himself a nice
Speaking of which, here he is.
from which to attack, and Roberts does
Is
that.
he going to find Rodrigo on his left? No, he's going to have a go himself and it's deflected. It's a corner to Leeds though.
42nd minute of the second half. Leeds cross is headed away by Sema. Leeds can carry on attacking. So it's gone their way. 2 minutes. Brighton a little bit more away from Leeds getting their first Premier League win of the season.
Calvin Phillips' free kick. Oh, and Foster Lee drops it. But what a block by Kutska. But Leeds then hit the bar.
Foster lost it, and it was 2 blocks actually on the first Roberts effort. It is the typical.
Could have easily been 2-0. It doesn't matter for Leeds anyway, though, because they have won the match, and it is the Whites' first win of the season.
First Premier League win of the season. How do you assess your team's performance today?
Defendimos bien, we defended well. El resultado, a pesar de que era de un solo gol de diferencia, no estuvo comprometido.
The result, even though it was only by 1 goal difference, it was never in danger.
Y deberíamos haber convertido más goles.
And we should have scored more goals. We need to work more. We want more and more, because we know what is the Premier League. We know what is the important on the points. I know exactly what is the value of 1 point in the Premier League, and we need to work very hard for all the points. And I think you know are consistent in the performance. We can take the points, and today was nice.
We weren't at the races today. I haven't seen the disallowed goal. The lads are saying they probably should have been given. However, it is what it is. But like I said, we can't paper over the crash that we were very, very poor today. We were not at the races. I don't think we've had a shot on target. So now we kind of split the weather.
2 shots on target, I think. But
I do admire Ben Foster's honesty there. That's why I love the cycling GK. Anyway,
assess your team's
stats before the analysis from the 3, Righty, Murphy, and Gary. Anyway, 67% possession to 33, 20 attempts to 5, 4 on target to 1, 6 corners to 3, 1.09 expected goals to 0.24. Femenia, Ismail Assar, and Emmanuel Dennis all get on the book, all of them for Watford. And the other news being is that Xisco, the Watford manager, has been sacked. So that I personally think is a shame, because they haven't started that badly at all, to be honest, Watford. So it did come to me as a surprise.
Probably should have been given. However, it is what it is. But like I said, we can't paper over the crash with that. We were very, very poor today. We were not at the races. I don't think we've had a shot on target. So now we kind of split from Weber.
2 shots on target, I think. But I think he's got a point. They weren't certainly anywhere near their best at Watford. We'll come to that shortly. But first win of the season for Leeds, and it was very much like the Leeds of last season, wasn't it?
It was. I mean, the first half was terrific. To play with that bravery and that courage under such pressure, desperately in need of points, wanting to appease or please the fans who haven't been able to watch them play like that. They pressed, they went on the front foot, they played good football, they even played through when Watford tried to press them high up the pitch. It was a really complete performance, other than a second goal to give them the cushion they needed. I mean, you can see from all these clips the amount of numbers high up the pitch. You know, we've seen Leeds do this for a long time now. He's unapologetic with the way he sets his team up. And I really enjoy watching them.
They're entertaining, and that's what football should be, isn't it?
Well, I mean, today they were fortunate, because in the first half they did come up against a very poor Watford side, who, as the keeper rightly said, weren't at the races. And Leeds made it difficult for themselves by not converting some of these chances. But the energy and the desire from the midfield lads to keep joining with the front players, even when they lose it, look, running off the ball, third man runs, arguably a penalty there. They wanted one, didn't get it on that occasion. Rafinha, by the way, off the right hand side, what a play he is. He's man of the match again. He was coming in, doing his work off the ball as well. Gets a bit greedy, he should be taking the touch and pulling it back, but he caused them all sorts of problems. Daniel James as well, to be fair, so he gives them that extra energy and press. We've seen him do that many times. He's got superb attitude and desire to do the right things. Could have capped off his performance with a goal as well. And this was reward for their brave play. Look, 6 men in the box off a corner, 2 on the edge, committing men forward to try and win a football match. Pleasing for the manager, because you could see the last couple of games, on the side, he's been getting a bit frustrated, a bit anxious.
Definitely. Watford weren't great, as Foster said.
Yeah.
But should they have had the goal?
Listen, I admire Ben Foster's honesty, and sometimes it's like that. You play, it's not happening for you, but yes, they absolutely should have had a goal. And this is the kind of thing that could turn it around for you. Kabasele is being fouled here by Cooper. Firstly, he grabs him here. He grabs his shirt here. Then he grabs round his back. Then he's pulling him down. I cannot understand how that's not clear and obvious once you see that. That's not.
It was a goal.
It was,
but you feel it should have been turned over.
Absolutely.
It robbed Watford of a point, and yeah, Meslier had an absolute howler.
For me, they have got that, for me, so wrong for Watford. Because they haven't played well, but they could have still come out of that with something. And then, they could start building on that for something.
These fans will say, well, we should have had a penalty. You mentioned that in the thing, just to level things up. Yeah, but I do agree with you. I think it was a strange decision, to say the least. I would agree too. Arsenal had won their last
Arsenal come to the South Coast to visit Brighton.
Smiling it. Brighton missed the chance to go top of the table against Crystal Palace on Monday.
Well, we all know how this game ended out.
Really jumping for a game between these two great rivals, Crystal Palace and Brighton. 1 minute of added time. Gallagher goes down, and Crystal Palace get the penalty. Wilfred Zaha finds the bottom corner, and Crystal Palace lead Brighton just before half-time. Benteke slides it to Ayew, who's missed. Would have finished the game. All ball forward, Mopay might be onto it with the lob. Gets the equaliser for Brighton in the 95th minute of the game, and Palace have thrown it away right at the death.
Right.
Jonathan Pearce was at the Amex Stadium.
Lewis Dunk makes his 300.
Brighton, Robert Sanchez, Duffy, Dunk, Byrne, Veltman, Gross, Lallana, Moda, Cucurella, Trossard and Mopay up front. As for Arsenal, Ramsdale, Tomiyasu, Ben White, Gabriel and Tierney, Partey, Lokonga, Odegaard, Smith Rowe, Saka, Aubameyang. And this is Ben White's first game back to his former club, the club Arsenal signed him from, which is Brighton, of course. Oh shit, I didn't mispress that with my keyboard, idiot. Oh shit, I'm just going to move this that way a bit. Here's Saka. Has a go, but it goes straight to Sanchez.
Robin Sanchez, bright start by Saka. Skill and pace, finesse there, but no end product. Easy save. Trossard.
Now Trossard for Brighton.
Lallana finds Cucurella. That's a good
Cucurella had a chance, but no chance for Brighton as Arsenal did their best to block it.
He's got forward so well and so willingly down that left-hand side. He's got pace to get away. And that low flashing ball in, that was so close to giving Brighton the lead. Locks is Lallana, and quickly around the corner by Moda. It's a good ball.
Here's Trossard.
Brighton being chased by Tierney to get the shot away, delayed. And across goal it goes. Bright spell here for Brighton. They've yet to hit the target. Making chances though.
Oh, I can't stop yawning. There's Arteta telling his team what to do.
But at the moment his team is a bit befuddled by Brighton's formation and their ability to find spaces. It's Tomiyasu.
It's given way to the Brighton defence, though.
With pace. It's all over the top. Saka's in the penalty, being chased by Byrne. We got back at him. Aubameyang, it's just glanced.
Arsenal still have a crack anyway, but no way through for the Gunners.
In any case, that's the closest Arsenal have got. Byrne isolated with Saka. He did really well. Tenacity across the buffers. Aubameyang did well. Just glanced the outside of the post.
Cucurella.
Trossard. Cutely done, but there's no weight of presence in the box at all, and Arsenal have plenty of numbers back there. Well organised Arsenal defence. Ben White is He's calling
Gross.
the back there. Here's Mopé.
Pascal
Oh,
Gross.
lovely ball. Lallana first time. It's just gone over. Lallana to Trossard, but it came off the defender. And Ben White has saved Arsenal against his old side.
Once again, unlucky for Brighton.
At pace, cutting through Arsenal. But Ben White was aware, saw the danger, and got there. Pressure on Arsenal.
Gross's corner.
Gross will take it. Centre-backs are queuing up in there. Where it goes to the near post, beyond him.
But Arsenal clear it.
We'll try and run it away, and it's a foul there. Oh, the referee says no, Lewis Dunk. It's a fair challenge.
But no, referee's playing on to Brighton's advantage. A sitter. Sitter from Burn.
Couldn't get over the ball. Massive opportunity. And should have scored. The beard grows, as does his reputation.
I don't want my beard to grow.
Smith Rowe.
Smith Rowe wins it for Arsenal.
Now this is the main danger.
Saka on the right hand side.
Takes the pass to Odegaard. Comes out here to Partey. Good hit. But wide it goes. Ball back comes to Partey.
He had a go, didn't he, Thomas Partey?
Didn't quite bend it enough.
Still second half to come. Pepe and Lacazette come on for Odegaard and Aubameyang.
Lacazette. Give and go. They're in here, Arsenal. This is what they've been waiting for. Smith Rowe. Saka to the left-hand side.
Here is Smith Rowe.
It's a shot away. Sanchez got his body low and blocked. Arsenal's best opportunity in the second half.
Yeah.
Keeper squeezed his body down to squeeze out the space. Smith Rowe should have passed there. Took a little bit wider than he should have done. And also Duffy coming back to put him under pressure. Did a good job there for Brighton Hove Albion.
Moda comes off. McAllister comes on for Brighton.
Here's McAllister.
And here he is, finding Cucurella on the left.
Ball in. Ramsdale had to push it away. It's not
Brighton had a chance, but Ramsdale saves it.
To do the unexpected. Cucurella. What's to say? Here's McAllister now. Gabriel.
Right, Gross comes off, for March. Cucurella.
Earned him well. McAllister with the cross. March is there! Plucked out by the goalkeeper Trossard. Hit Sambi Lafonga and Brighton sent close to a winner. But headed out of the back post and slammed off the defender. March with the corner.
Another corner to Brighton.
Curled in. Ooh,
Not quite. It's still 0-0.
Big chance for Duffy to win it right at the end. Brighton have had so many opportunities.
Now Saka makes way for Maitland-Niles.
Lacazette is protesting his innocence. I think he is the innocent man. I think Partey bumped him and he gets the yellow card. And I think that's probably for persistent misconduct more than anything.
Yeah, it was Thomas Partey. It was not a Lacazette at all.
Stands to the
Causing
right.
that foul.
To the left. Mopé's in there and Dunk and Duffy, and it's gone all the way through. And Brighton got a penalty. They're saying Duffy.
Penalty to Brighton.
Jonathan Moss says no. Or was Duffy impeded there by Gabriel?
He's going to check the VAR monitor.
Was he hanging on to him? Not enough according to the VAR. Late drama. Right, puff the puff. It's ended Brighton.
And that's it.
Arsenal nil.
Brighton 0, Arsenal 0.
In terms of performance, it was as good as I can remember. Especially when you consider the quality of the opponent. You know, the result of the weekend means they're in a good moment. We have to compete against that. They've got some quality in their front positions, build up really well. So we do a lot of things well. So we had to be really good. I thought we were. And to be good, you have to mix things up. You have to be flexible. You have to understand what you're trying to do. We did that well. But then it's about courage from the players on the pitch, and like I said, they're amazing.
With the ball, we didn't interpret it well enough, and we didn't make no right decision. And every time there was a duel that could escape pressure and attack open spaces, we came out short. And against this type of structures is something that you have to do better if you want to be dangerous. I don't think we deserve to win the game. I think we have to take the draw with the performance that we had today and improve.
Yeah, honest appraisal there. Danny,
So have a look at the statistics and the
in terms of performance, it was as good as I can remember. Especially when you consider the quality of the opponent. You know, the result of the weekend means they're in a good moment. We have to compete against that.
58% possessions of 42, 21 attempts to 8, 2 on targets, 2, 8 corners to 5, 1.16 expected goals to 0.38. Mope, Veltman and Partey all get yellow carded. But no, Brighton look really impressive so far.
I think we have to take the draw with the performance that we had today and improve.
Yeah, honest appraisal there. Danny, no goals obviously, but very tough conditions. But you know, Brighton will be reasonably happy, I think, with their performance.
More happy than Arsenal, for sure. Made more chances, controlled the game at times. They've had a good start to the season. They played today without Basuma, their best midfield player. So that was interesting to see how they were going to cope without him, because they struggled without him on Monday night at Palace. But they were on the front foot for large periods of the game. Cucurella played well. He caused problems down that left-hand side a lot of the time. Lallana looked full of beans. He was like his old self at Liverpool. I know he's had injuries, but he was controlling things. This is a good chance for Dan Burn. Should be doing better. Moda on his right foot there, tried to bend one in the corner. And I thought overall the better chances, that stuff you expect to do better. Overall, they probably deserve, they edged it, and they feel like they deserved the win. But Arsenal dug in, to be fair, and got another clean sheet.
Yeah, I agree with Danny Murphy there.
North London derby last week. They were a bit tepid.
Well, it'd be easy to get carried away with that result last week because they were fantastic. But this was a very well drilled Brighton side, difficult conditions, very young Arsenal side, and for me, just done like the manager said, just didn't do right thing. I thought that Aubameyang, unfortunately, today was poor. I thought Partey was poor. I thought Odegaard didn't play very well. But it's instant.
Saka had a class game for Arsenal.
We need to keep the ball and get this counter-attack going. We could not do that today. You know, everything was bouncing off of Aubameyang today, unfortunately. And when he got into opportunities like this, he didn't quite get it out his feet. It just wasn't happening before.
An off day.
Was having an off day, especially when you saw how sharp he was last week. But then Lacazette comes on, and this suits him more. This kind of game suits him more. Like
why?
The manager said, well, because he comes off, he came off, he comes up, he links the play better. And I think that this has got to come to Pepe here. These are the instances in counter-attack where you really punish him. We didn't punish him, and it is in those moments that we lacked quality. Again, this is brilliant. I think that at some stage, can he look up? Can he see Saka? Can he get it to him? Maybe not. Then can he get it right?
He's got in a good position.
I think the defender's done very well, but then the shot, maybe can he go across the goal? But in the end, I think that's a fantastic point for Arsenal with the way the team was the young team, and it's a good point.
God's sake, man, I'm nearly on the verge of sleeping, for God's sake.
Since returning to the Premier League,
I'm trying to listen so well.
Without a win, hadn't tasted victory at Turf Moor since January. Commentary comes from Alistair Mann.
Burnley Norwich, game week 6. Pope, Lowton, Collins, Tarkowski, Taylor, Lennon, Brownhill, Westwood, McNeil, Vidra, Wood. Norwich, Krul, Aarons, Kabak, Hanley, Gibson, Jan Newlis, Lees Mello, Norman, McLean, Sargent, and Pookie.
Burnley haven't beaten a promoted side at Turf Moor since Norwich last visited in September 2019. Norwich have only ever picked up a maximum here once.
Is Pookie.
Decides to have a shot.
Norwich has a go though, regardless.
They caught in possession. Pookie did exceptionally well. His pass out to Aaron was very, very adept indeed. 33 of his 44 Premier League games as a manager. 75% loss ratio, the highest of any manager to take charge of at least 20 games in the Premier League. Lennon's call, an ironic cheer, because the Burnley supporters believe that the lion's share of the verdict so far have gone against them. Good delivery, but Krul is there. Oh, and there was a almighty collision between Krul and Vidra.
Krul's fuming.
Burnley players believe that was a foul by Krul that took out Vidra. VAR are having a real good look at it to see whether or not Krul gets a piece of the ball before he gets a big piece of Vidra. Does he get a touch in front of Vidra? VAR studied it and said yes, he does. It's Sean Dyche's 400th game in charge of Burnley. And it goes towards Vidra.
Here's Vidra.
His attention's on him.
Burnley looked for a penalty as Tim Krul is furious. Yellow for Vidra. Yes. No, that's not a penalty. That's nowhere near enough to be a penalty. Here's Lowton now for Burnley. Chris Wood. There's fouls everywhere in this game.
He's actually producing a card. I think it's for Lowton for his reaction to giving the free kick. Wood is booked for the challenge.
We've got a fight. Beef.
Studs first, wasn't it? Brownhill.
Rodriguez comes on for Vidra.
To deliver. Towards Rodriguez, cleared, but
Lowton.
Back in there again, and Norman almost puts it into his own net. That's the first time either goalkeeper has been extended. And perhaps in a game with few opportunities, the fact that it's nearly an own goal maybe sums things up.
Second half.
Well, it's a statistic that you're almost afraid to utter as a commentator, but in 43 previous meetings, this game has never ended 0-0.
Oh, man.
Changes made by the boss at half time. Rodriguez on for Vidra earlier. It's it from Ray.
Has a go.
Better start to the second half from Burnley.
Krul fires it away, though. It's a save from McNeil's shot. McNeil.
Sets off himself, and it's a lovely run. Keeps on going, and he keeps on going, and this is absolutely magnificent. And Kabak then takes a top.
And he goes down.
And Norwich have a free kick. What a wonderful, wonderful run by the centre half. Just look at him go.
Free kick to Norwich.
Past 1, 2, maybe 3 challenges. Rodriguez keeps on.
He's doing so well as well with that run.
Eventually, the only way to stop him is with that. It's another booking, this time for Rodriguez. Play. Norman. It's Norman.
Oh, good save.
By Pope.
Brilliant save by Nick Pope.
There was a huge wall in front of him. But he still
That looks dangerous from Norman as well. Westwood. Into Brownhill. Krul tries to punch it away. McNeil. He loses it.
He's been stuck on 99 league goals for some time now. What a moment this would have been to grab that 100th. Here's Norman. It's the best. What a moment this would have been to grab that 100th.
Goodmanson comes on for Aaron Lennon.
Westwood. Keeps on going, Norman. Wow, was that a shot? Was that a cross? It doesn't really matter because either way, it just maybe fizzed over the top of the bar. I think he's crossing. It just clips the very top of the bar as it goes over the.
Yeah, it does. It does.
The way of goalmouth action in the second half, but we're still locked at 0-0.
Brownhill. Nearly lost it, but Burnley still have the ball. Now it is Lowton. Goodmanson tries to cross it in. And McNeil misses a sitter.
What a chance that is for McNeil. Oh, can't believe it. Burnley supporters well aware one goal could change their season perhaps. Here comes another cross.
Ashley Barnes comes on for Chris Wood.
Burnley supporters well aware one goal could change.
Rashika and Rupp come on for Pookie and Lees Mallow.
Their season perhaps. Here comes another cross.
Charlie Taylor.
Much success with them.
Brownhill tries to cross it in. Burnley have a go and it's missed. Just over. And Burnley could have won this game, but it ends goalless here at Turf Moor between Burnley and Norwich.
Sean, did you deserve more than a point? Well, it was certainly a strong performance again. I keep saying that. We know we've got to get more than just a strong performance. We've got to find that cutting edge in the box. We get 2 or 3 moments today, 2 or 3 moments in other games. Maybe you need a ref's decision. That'd be helpful at some point.
It was a difficult game and tight game, and with a good result for us. Yeah, the point here, Turf Moor is always valuable, and the confidence level, of course, after 6 losses in a row was not high. Then to show resilience in this test, to be absolutely compact and solid in defending, is quite a good result. I'm quite pleased with this valuable point and first step.
Yes, some positives.
So yeah, that was that. Let's look at the stats quickly.
Deserve more than a point? Well, it was certainly a strong performance again.
56 possession to Burnley to Norwich's 44.
I keep saying that. We know
14 attempts to 11. 4 on target to 2. 9 corners to 5. 0.78 expected goals, 0.60. Look at the amount of players that have been booked, though, that game. Tarkowski, Wood, Lowton, Brownhill, Rodriguez, Norman and Aarons all got booked in that match. A lot of yellow cards in that match.
Then to show resilience in this test, to be absolutely compact and solid in defending, is quite a good result. I'm quite pleased with this valuable point and first step.
Yes, some positives at last for Norwich. A first point, a clean sheet, a start.
It's a start. He changed to a back 5 last week at Everton, trying to stop the Ross. Yeah. First time since 2000.
He had as well.
He did it again today because they stayed in the game actually till late last week at Goodison. And they just put lots of bodies behind the ball and fought and put tackles in 1 seconds. It was much more determined and tenacious in lots of aspects. Both teams will be a little bit disappointed because they did have chances.
Both still haven't won a game yet this season either.
Because their defensive record so far has been woeful, hasn't it? They've conceded so many goals. And they stuck at it. It wasn't pretty at times. It wasn't free-flowing by any stretch of the imagination, but it was determined performance. And yeah, as you say, it's a start. And when you're down the bottom and conceding goals, the one thing you have to do is start getting some clean sheets to at least nick the odd draw. And we'll see what they do next game and how they play. But that was
got to stop the defensive rot.
Yeah,
if you're going
to stay up.
Having said all that, should Burnley have had a penalty?
I think they should have. Yeah, when you look at it. Because I think he gets this before the goalkeeper. Bang, there it is for me. And then
I agree. That should have been a penalty.
It's ambitious, isn't it? I mean,
keepers are overly protected. We know that. We've always thought that.
Yeah, there's overly protected.
He does keep an eye on the ball though the whole time, Krul.
Look, he's got it before him.
But that is very true. Righty is right. Vidra does get it before him.
Remember the Portugal France in the Euro?
Was it a penalty?
He gave a penalty. The VAR gave the penalty, didn't they? Turned it over.
Well, unfortunately as well, I think
how's that not a foul?
Concussion game.
Is that not a foul then? That's got to be a foul, isn't it?
That one is. I'm absolutely gobsmacked with that one. It's another bizarre decision.
Both these teams are in the bottom three, and neither yet has had a win.
Bizarrely, the bottom six have played 41 games so far this season, and they've won twice between them.
Yeah.
I'm not sure I remember a season where so many teams have started so poorly.
That says a lot. Oh, we've got a message from someone. Huh? To you, Ian.
It's Shearer.
A tweet.
What is it?
It's from Alan Shearer.
What's he saying?
I am watching it.
I knew he'd be watching. Yes.
Yes. We're glad.
I love you, Al.
Thanks, Al. We knew you were watching. What a loyal supporter you are.
Thank you.
Thanks, chaps. We're out of time, but before we go, let's have a look at the Premier League table. Chelsea's win sends them 6 points clear of Liverpool, who play Manchester City on Sunday.
That's match of the day 1.
Everton complete the top 4 with Brighton.
And now, we'll watch the next 4 matches now of match of the day 2. The 4 fixtures we haven't seen yet.
While Burnley missed the chance to climb out of the relegation zone. Let's see what these Sunday papers have to say. The Telegraph highlights comments from Jurgen Klopp, who has urged Premier League players to get COVID jabs, adding 99% of his Liverpool squad have been vaccinated. Meanwhile, the Mirror quotes Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, who insists he has no regrets about naming Cristiano Ronaldo on the bench. Well, no win for United, even 007 couldn't save them. But it's early days, no time to cry.
Fuming. Ronaldo. Flipping fuming. I'm so happy for Werner. Apologies for that. Right, 4 games to go.
Evening, 4 games tonight, plus goal of the month and Alan Shearer and main teams. We start with
goal of the month for September as well. Right, so yeah, we better watch this.
Liverpool versus Manchester City, and every show on every TV and radio station seems to have done something with James Bond this week. So if for nothing else, we are at least predictable.
Here we go. The big one of the weekend: Liverpool versus Manchester City at Anfield. Jurgen Klopp versus Pep Guardiola. I'll tell you what, though. I was meant to live stream this match last Sunday, but thanks to my mum, I couldn't. This is because, weirdly, with the subscription we have with Now TV, it only lets one person able to use it each time. But it's okay because we have fixed it now, and hopefully that should work for next weekend when I do my next live stream of a football match. But yeah. Oh well, it's what it is. But I did watch the match. I went to the pub, the Grapes, in Southampton with 2 of my friends, Josh and Murray. Murray is a Liverpool fan. And yeah, all I can say is it was a very interesting match. So yeah, let's react to it again, shall we? Oh, promo first.
Son is going to go for goal.
Oh, I loved that from Pep. That was so funny. That winner from Sane was amazing in 18-19.
Commentary at Anfield comes from Guy Mowbray. Fast-paced action, high drama, heroes and villains. This should match or better anything.
Look at that atmosphere from Anfield. Jesus Christ.
All the more special by sold-out sides at the box office. Jurgen Klopp goes with the same starting lineup as in Porto, with James Milner again playing right back.
Liverpool, Alisson, Milner, Matip, Van Dijk, Robertson, Henderson, Fabinho, Curtis Jones, Mane, Salah and Jota. And as for Manchester City, Ederson, Cancelo, Walker, Diaz, Laporte, Rodri, Bernardo Silva, De Bruyne, Grealish, Foden and Jesus.
Replaced by Gabriel Jesus and Phil Foden. Foden sparkled in City's 4-1 win here in February. Their only win in Anfield.
Yeah, he was. He was amazing that match. And when City beat Liverpool 4-1 last season at Anfield. Tributes to Roger Hunt.
Roger Hunt, who died last Monday, aged 83. This one is the most poignant. It was the cult that loved, revered, and knighted him. 285 goals for Liverpool and a life well lived. Rest in peace, Sir Roger.
What a player.
We'll kick off. All of the players take the knee. And Anfield applauds. We've given it the big build-up. Let's hope it doesn't.
Here we go then.
This just feels bigger. The eyes of the football world.
Curtis Jones gives it away to Gabriel Jesus and then Kyle Walker. De Bruyne. Liverpool fans complained that City fans complained that he's been held on by Fabinho. But here comes Bernardo Silva taking on Jordan Henderson.
Keeps it impressively.
And Andy Robertson. Now drills past Van Dijk into Foden. Saved by Alisson. And now here's De Bruyne again for City. Cancelo takes on Salah. But it goes straight to Alisson. No way through for City.
Feels as though the game has just switched on at that point. Bernardo Silva somehow managed to keep
this was an amazing dribble for Bernardo Silva. He looked Van Dijk. Van Dijk looked silly thanks to him.
It's a good save.
Great save by Alisson, but Klopp looks furious.
Boss his lips properly. I think he was shouting, "Be brave."
Cancelo on the far left-hand side for Manchester City. Trying to find De Bruyne, who shoots it wide.
Too much pace for Jesus to get a touch and not enough accuracy to find the far corner. He's claiming to referee Paul Tierney that there was a Liverpool touch on that. Didn't look like one. There have been plenty of kind words about the other team and the other manager from both Jurgen Klopp and Pep Guardiola this week. The sentiment expressed being that they bring out the best in one another.
Down goes one of the Liverpool players, but here comes Manchester City on the attack. Here's De Bruyne. Foden's to his left, and he finds Foden, who takes on Milner, but Milner brings him down. Foden's furious. And VAR will be checking this.
Any contact was outside the box, so it can't be a penalty anyway.
Exactly.
Should it have been a free kick?
I think that will be a booking though for James Milner.
Surely fouls Foden, but it was outside the penalty area. Guardiola will certainly agree with that view.
Laporte finds Bernardo Silva onto the left, who takes on Milner. And now here's Foden. Crosses it into De Bruyne, who fires it over. Best chance of the game so far coming from Manchester City. City looking the more dangerous side out of them and Liverpool so far in this first half.
It's all there for him. The whole of the goal to go for.
Grealish. Foden. Brought down by Milner, and that's surely a yellow card there. And it is.
As he gets on in years, takes the old pro route. You've got away from me.
Some ball there from Grealish, but yeah, definite yellow card there for Milner.
tomorrow, Liverpool surprised us all, surprised themselves by losing 7-2 away to Aston Villa.
Now Ederson
Got 2 of the Villa goals that night.
tries to find Foden. Foden's clear of Milner. He's sort of clear of Alisson, but not quite. And he's given it to Grealish on his right. Now Gabriel Jesus. De Bruyne. De Bruyne goes down and is unable to provide Foden.
Waiting for the right moment to get the signal from Ederson to go, and he's got the run on Milner.
Oh shit, hold on, sorry. Something's just happened to my computer. Right, we're back.
Surely fouls Foden, but it was outside the penalty area. But his strengths, but still, he would have backed himself to get. You've got away from me, and away to Aston Villa. Jack Grealish's got the better of him.
Yeah, this is where we were. Sorry.
He's dug Milner out of a hole. Grealish. Gabriel Jesus. De Bruyne. Foden wants it over on the left edge of the box. De Bruyne unable to sort his feet out. Pick the right moment to find him. Foden waiting for the right moment to get the signal from Ederson to go, and he's got the run on Milner, who had to be so careful there. He was indebted to Alisson coming out. What brilliant goalkeeping that was.
Curtis Jones. Fabinho.
As compared with the
Matip.
of the first half. And Matip plays a
Here, and he finds Jota, saved by Ederson. I think that was the first proper Liverpool chance of the game.
There's a strong argument to say he's been Liverpool's best player today. Thus far, anyway.
I've got to take this phone call, for God's sake. Sorry about this. Hello? Yeah, sorry, I just seen your missed call. All right, okay, no worries then. Oh no, honestly, don't worry about it. Honestly, go ahead if you want now. I'm in the middle of the live stream still, but I'll meet you over there. All right, no, honestly, go ahead then. Honestly, go now. I don't wanna keep you waiting and stuff. Yeah, no, honestly, I'll meet you over at Switch. Yeah, no, honestly, no worries, mate. No, that's absolutely fine. It's going all right. It could be better, but it could be worse. So that's all I can say. I'll say it all when I get there. All right, okay. All right, I'll see you in a bit then, mate. Yeah, no, I'll see you over there, pal. Right, I'll reply to every message in a minute. Anyway.
This is a much better Liverpool since the break. Salah to meet it.
Yeah. Anyway, Fabinho. Right, here's Salah. And now into Mane, who tries to finish it off, and he does, in the bottom left. And after being second best all game so far, it's 1-0 to Liverpool. Sadio Mane fires it in with a rocket into the bottom left corner of Ederson's goal. Liverpool take the lead from Manchester City. Manchester City dominant for most of this game, but Liverpool have literally just turned on the screw. A superb dribble from Mo Salah to find Mane, who fires it in. It's 1-0 to the Reds.
Throughout the first half, Liverpool have come back since the second half begun, and now it's Liverpool 1, Manchester City 0. The green light is on for a battle royal to the finish.
Bernardo Silva. Can Manchester City fight back immediately? De Bruyne. Walker. Jesus. Jesus having a good dribble. Here comes the Foden. And he fires it in. Manchester City deservedly equalise. Terrific from Foden. Assisted by a terrific dribble from Gabriel Jesus. And the team that were the better side the first half do get their equaliser here against Liverpool. And it is now currently Liverpool 1, Manchester City 1. Phil Foden, for me, the best player on the pitch so far, equalises for Manchester City.
Hard and low past Alisson to make it Liverpool 1, Manchester City 1. It really, really is game on.
But now Bernardo Silva, once again taking on Jordan Henderson. And he's brought down by Milner. And to be honest, I don't know how the heck Milner's got away with that, as Phil Foden complains. For me, James Milner should be sent off for that. Pep is fuming, understandably so. I'm sorry, that is so clumsy. How has he not been sent off? He's up there. It's not a red card challenge, it's a yellow card challenge. But Milner's already got a deserving yellow card for what he did earlier. He should be sent off. Honestly, Milner should be sent off for that second yellow. And Liverpool have got away with murder. And Pep Guardiola is fuming. In fact, he's that fuming. He's just he's fuming. Pep Guardiola's absolutely fuming with the officials. Has a go at the Liverpool staff. And all the fans are now swearing at Pep Guardiola. But I can see why he's frustrated. He is freaking fuming after that. I agree with him. How the heck was Milner not sent off for that? That was so clumsy. A clear yellow card. Liverpool, in my opinion, should be down to 10 men after that. Should 100% be down to 10 men. They have got away with murder. Curtis Jones. Now Salah. But going down to 10 men won't stop this brilliance from Mo Salah. And it is 2-1 to Liverpool. What a finish by Mohamed Salah. And Liverpool retake the lead. One of the best I've seen Salah score. Firmino also comes on, but no, Liverpool retake the lead here at Anfield. That was an exceptional dribble from Salah. Past Bernardo Silva, past Laporte, past Ruben Diaz, and eventually past Ederson. That is some dribble, some finish. A beautiful goal by Mohamed Salah. And it is 2-1 to Liverpool. Can Manchester City respond after that superb goal there by Salah? And Pep Guardiola has got the exact same yellow card as Thomas Tuchel did against Southampton. A yellow card for frustration as James Milner makes way for Joe Gomez. But here's De Bruyne. Foden. Puts it left. Walker's touch. De Bruyne's hit. Manchester City equalise yet again. And Pep Guardiola's delighted with that. City back on level terms here at Anfield. That ball from De Bruyne into Foden, who finds Kyle Walker as Sterling goes down. And that is some goal by Kevin De Bruyne.
In the way was the problem for Liverpool.
Exactly, agreed.
Doesn't have to cut short his full-blooded celebration because it is Liverpool 2, Manchester City 2.
What a game. Liverpool 2, Manchester City 2. Can one of them find a winner? Salah goes down. Bernardo Silva protests.
There because he's on a yellow card. The referee's having a quick word.
Salah trying to find Fabinho. What a block by Rodri. Rodri denies Liverpool retaking the lead and saves Manchester City to stay in the game. And Fabinho could have provided the winner for Liverpool. That is an amazing block by Rodri.
That's defending at its very best.
It is. And it ends 2 apiece here at Anfield between two of the best sides in the Premier League. Salah and Foden completely dazzled throughout the entire game.
I love the Premier League, so that's why these both teams the last years always they were fighting to win the Premier League. So what a game, ups and downs, highs and lows, and in general more than satisfied for the week we had ahead of us with the three games away with tough opponents, and we behave as a great team.
We haven't lost a game and we haven't won it, so it's mixed emotions. I thought on another day we could have got the 3 points. We had the better chances. That's football.
Should Liverpool have been down to 10? James Milner, second yellow maybe.
It's yellow card. And against that team, against that margin is so close, it's a big difference to play in that. But at the end, I understand. For the referees, do it in Anfield, Old Trafford is not easy. I understand sometimes, but it was yellow card. Too much clear. There's not interpretation on that.
What's the feeling in your dressing room?
I think we'll be disappointed overall because I think we could be better in the first half in terms of performance. And then last 10 minutes, 2-1 up, I think we should see the game out, to be honest. So disappointing, but still positive to see. City are a good team.
Spoke to Jordan Henderson and he said there's a bit of disappointment in the dressing room that you hadn't won the game. Did you share that?
Yeah, I do. It actually feels like that, but I have a brain as well. And then I think about it and I think, come on. Really, the first half was really bad. So we should not, and we will not ignore that. People were completely on it, but ready to go, and then we deliver cold chips or whatever. So and then it was like, oh my God, that's it. I was really happy that we had a half time. And second half was the game we wanted to see, game where everybody wanted to see. The beauty of football. Both teams really go for it. Nobody gave up. But again, how I said, it's all fine. We got a point. I think that's now what we deserve, and that's fine.
Right, before we listen to the pundits, I just want to see the stats quickly. God, that block from Rodri was amazing at the end then.
Of the Premier League, so that's why these both teams the last years always they were fighting to win the Premier League. So what a game, ups and downs, highs and lows, and in general more than satisfied for the week we had ahead of us with the three games.
48% possession to 52, 6 attempts to Liverpool to City's 12, 4 on target to Liverpool for City's 3, 3 corners to City's 4, 1.08 expected goals to City's 1.00. Milner, Jota, Fabinho, Diaz, Cancelo and Bernardo Silva all yellow cards. Ow. That hiccup was horrible.
Nobody gave up, but again, how I said, it's all fine. We got a point. I think that's now what we deserve, and that's fine.
Well, over the years of doing this, we've often seen title challengers cancel each other out in games like this, and this was the opposite. It was brilliant.
Oh, it was a magnificent game. Man City played some incredible stuff in the first half. Liverpool didn't turn up. City battered them. I thought should have been at least two or three goals up. Created some very good opportunities, and we said at half time, didn't we, that Liverpool can't be as bad as that again in the second half. And Jurgen has obviously worked wonders in the dressing room with what he said. Much more energy Liverpool had in the second half. I mean, and the 2 goals that Liverpool scored were unbelievable, particularly the Mo Salah one. I mean, it's one of the best of the Premier League era.
Well, Alan said Liverpool were bad in the first half. Yeah. Jurgen Klopp said they were bad in the first half. You're not going to disagree with either of those two, are you?
Definitely not. No, I'm going to go straight down that same line, I think, especially after Jurgen's interview as well. I'm not going to argue with him. Look, they struggled in that first half, I thought, and it was down to City's press like they did against Chelsea. But you had situations like this a lot where Mo Salah, he's playing right back here, essentially, Mo Salah, against Grealish. It was more to do with when they did win the ball back. That's their whole team. You throw a blanket over them all. There's no outball here. Usually with Liverpool, you think you might counter-attack Mane, Jota, Salah on the bike, but there was nothing to hit. So time and time again, they were getting caught out. When Matip was coming forward with the ball, could he play that ball into Diogo Jota, the one to Mane? I just felt like those little 5-yard balls where they had composure, but when they usually have composure, just weren't there. So they couldn't find their rhythms. You know, situations like this where Matip does find the ball this time, and then it's a poor ball. It was always kind of like stop-start for Liverpool in that first half. Second half, much better. Higher up the pitch.
Yeah, they were so much better second half.
And you always felt with these three
than they were in the first half.
They will
City were all over Liverpool that first half.
And the 2 goals that Liverpool scored are kind of as pure and as high-level quality as you're going to see in any league in the world. With Mane's run here, which is brilliant about this, if he makes that run, he's offside. What he does is he bends his run in front of Ruben Diaz. People talk about why forward should bend the run. That's exactly why forward should bend the run. Stays on side. Look at this little look here from Mo Salah. He knows what Cancelo wants to do. He just uses his body to get him out of the way. What happens next? You can't explain. There's no point in even doing any kind of Piero analysis on it. It's just
not for you.
It's just world class. It's just world class, basically. So, you know, it's essentially for Jurgen Klopp today, that game hinged for him on his superstars turning up, and Mo Salah did exactly that.
And also a little bit him giving them confidence for the second half. He also said, you know, because they had to drop their midfield in the first half to defend against City, they then lacked more confidence going forward, and the options weren't there, and that's what you proved.
Yeah, that is it. Don't try and be my friend now. I know you.
Excellent. Let's move on to Manchester City, who were excellent today.
Yeah, and they've been excellent in the last 2 away games. So the 3 that they've had the last week in terms of Chelsea, PSG, and today, some of the football they've played was unbelievable. Certainly the Chelsea game was one of the best performances I've seen for a while. They should have won by more. They created chances, and on Wednesday, and again today, I just think when they want to go that little bit extra, we know that they wanted Harry Kane. We know that they wanted that centre forward, and I think certainly in the last 3 games that's highlighted a lot. Today there were several. When you get that ball there, you're looking at the options and thinking, okay, where's the 9? Where's Grealish? He was in the false 9. By the time he gets there, it's too late. Yes, City like to play the passing game. It's successful for them, and they won't be far away again this season. But at times, I just think by the time he gets there, then they've made it slightly easier for Liverpool, and I think it should have been. And they should have been out of sight, because just look at Foden there. He's looking for that ball. It's the right ball. His centre forward would make that run. The Baranga doesn't. Look at Foden's reaction. He wants him. He's desperate for him to make that run. Again, they get into a great position. Now, a forward again would make the run to the near post or the far post. Foden was superb, as was Bernardo Silva, but he's not a centre forward. Same thing.
They were so attacking that first half, Manchester City.
There's no one there. He's got to hold on to the ball, hold on to it, but by the time the ball comes in, Liverpool have been able to get players back, and they deal with it comfortably. Second half, when Sterling came on, he makes a superb run in behind. Times it to perfection, but just look at Bernardo Silva. That exact same thing again. A forward with a killer instinct would get on the end of that and make that run in there. And I think...
Well, it would if Aguero was there still, yeah.
Average centre-forward, playing centre-forward for Manchester City would get at least 20 goals. A world-class forward in that team, centre-forward with a killer instinct, would get 40 goals.
Is the counter-argument, this may be a stupid question, that by having an out-and-out centre-forward who just hangs around the penalty area, that then detracts from some of City's other play?
No,
would that be the argument?
No, I don't think so. That's why he wanted to bring in Harry Kane. He wanted someone to fill that gap that I've just highlighted there. And if Harry had gone there, he would have, as I said, he would have got 40 goals at least. They're still going to challenge, there's no doubt about it. But I just think in those big games, and certainly in the last 3 games that I've watched, that's the thing that has been, if you're going to be hypercritical, that's the thing that I think that's been missing.
Because in fairness, as quickly for Formula 1, they won the league and got to the Champions League final last year without a striker, essentially. I mean, I know they had Aguero there, but he was injured for a lot of the season, and Gabriel Jesus was in and out. But then people would say exactly what you just said. That final, that's probably where they needed that.
Everything went through Phil Foden today for Manchester City.
He's electric. You know, he's only just come back. Starting games for City.
What a game! Honestly, what a game from Foden.
And the impact that he has on this team is very evident. The chances created. The couple of things I love about Phil Foden. Yeah, one of the biggest things, that was the pass of the day, by the way, from Edison. He runs forward non-stop. He's asking questions of you, whether he's got the ball at his feet or whether he's running in behind you. He scores a goal. You know, he's one of the kind of like we were talking about it before. A left-sided player who likes to play on the left side. Usually, you've got right footers on the left wing, left footers on the left wing, liking to cut inside, a bit like what Liverpool do, what Manchester United do with Greenwood and Sancho or Rashford. But you know, I mean, Al, you were both annoyed.
I just sat there thinking, you know, some of the things that he's doing with that football on that left-hand side were just superb. Some of the balls he was playing, and what a player he is.
Liverpool should have been down to 10 men. Would you both agree?
Yes.
Guardiola that?
Absolutely, 100%. I mean, on this occasion here, the ref doesn't even give a free kick when Foden's running in behind for Mill. I mean, he gave him a torrid afternoon, James Mill. That's unbelievable.
Yeah.
That you can see clearly from this angle. He clips him there. So he doesn't even give a free kick. And if he did, it should have been a yellow card on that occasion. That isn't, okay?
Yeah.
Then he gets the yellow card, which was absolutely correct. So already I think he could have gone for that one if he had given the first decision. I mean, this one's just bizarre. What the referee is thinking.
How did Milner not get sent off?
Henderson has clipped him rather than Milner, but that would be the only thing.
It's the only defence.
Should have been a red card, 100%. Liverpool should have been down to 10 men. 100%.
I mean, James Milner, Liverpool definitely got a red one.
And for all the attacking play, very, very quickly, what a block this is.
Oh, I mean, the way he anticipates it, the way he reads the game, mistake by the goalkeeper, you need someone to
2 yellow cards.
Rodri certainly does that.
Didn't have his best game, by the way, but had probably the biggest moment of the game for the team by doing that. Brilliant block. Holds in half time.
Okay. Still talking to me for the rest of the show? Just about. Okay, good. Crystal Palace versus Leicester on the way after September's goal of the month, 7 to choose from.
Okay, here we go. Oh, it'll be either Lingard or Townsend, I reckon. Bruno Fernandes, Manchester United against Newcastle.
Bruno Fernandes.
Oh, that is a rocket, to be fair.
Some goal. Perfect stunning. How to hit a football.
Lingard. Oh, this was some goal. Hang on.
Pogba. At the bank. Pogba. Brilliant. Just brilliant.
Sorry, I'm thinking of Lingard against West Ham. That's still a brilliant goal, though, but I'm thinking of the wrong bloody goal.
It's Marshall who lets it run, and Lingard who makes the space to finish wonderfully well.
For me, this was goal of. I think this is one of the goals of the month. Townsend against Burnley. This was such a good goal.
Here is Townsend. He's thrown into the left. Cuts in on his left foot. Steadies himself. And scores a beauty. Oh, wow. That's good for Townsend. And I don't think there's any...
He's been freaking amazing for Everton so far this season. Oh, no, this was some goal as well. Keita, Liverpool, Crystal Palace.
Delivery. What a stunning strike by Naby Keita. Beautifully struck.
Oh, it was deflected though off Guaita. Matty Cash, Villa Everton.
That is a screamer. Matty Cash. What a way to score your first goal for Villa. That is a rocket beyond Asmir Begovic.
And here's Jimenez for Wolves against Southampton, the match I was at.
Here's Raul Jimenez. Still going. It's been a long, hard road back for the Mexican. He had a huge amount to do, and he did it fantastically well.
Oh, and Aubameyang, Arsenal, Tottenham.
Still, that was risky. Has helped out his goalkeeper a whole lot with that. Turning into something really positive. Turn round the corner for Aubameyang. Smith Rowe is on the charge. And here's Aubameyang.
I wouldn't give it to that.
It is 2-0 Arsenal. The captain's got this one. Brilliant finish by Aubameyang.
You can vote now on the BBC Sport website. So
Right. They'll announce the top 3, won't they? Right. I'm going to go with this. Oh, actually, that's so tough. I know who my number 1 is. I just out 2nd and 3rd. I need to look at Fernandez's again a second. Hold on. Oh, man. Right. Keita would be in the top 3 for me. But because of the deflection off Guaita at the end, it wouldn't be. So he would be 4th just. But it's my top 3. 3rd, Fernandez. United, Newcastle. 2nd, Jimenez. Southampton, Wolves. Best goal, Townsend, Everton, Burnley.
BBC Sport website, and that just click on the goal of your choice. We'll close the vote at 11:30 and give you the result at the end of the show. Full terms and privacy notice on the website. On to Crystal Palace against the Leicester side who've been struggling to find form.
Right, Palace, Leicester at Selhurst Park.
Brendan Rodgers says he's excited by the challenge of turning the Foxes.
Guaita, Ward, Mitchell, Guayi, Anderson. MacArthur, Milivojevic, Gallagher. Ayew, Edouard and Zaha. Now on to Leicester. Schmeichel, Bertrand, Castagna, Vestergaard, Soyuncu, Lookman, Barnes, Tielemans, Chowdhury, Iheanacho and Vardy. Chowdhury already gives a free kick to Crystal Palace.
Palace quizzical about why Anthony Taylor gave that the way of Brendan Rodgers' side. Tielemans and Bertrand.
Leicester's free kick. Tielemans is going to take it.
Good delivery, free header, should be 1-0.
Should be 1-0. It's a miss from Jamie Vardy.
Of a chance against Burnley last weekend from a similar kind of range. And he just got that one all
And then
wrong.
Soyuncu tried to put it in himself.
Okay. Zaha.
Now Zaha trying to find Edouard. And now Gallagher. It's a Jordan Ayew.
Excellent stuff from Vestergaard.
Leicester tried to clear it, but they nearly bugger themselves up and nearly make it an own goal. But Schmeichel catches it.
Leicester's defence looking shaky again, although fair play to Vestergaard, who played him on. He then got back and made the challenge. Rebound could have been interesting.
That was a big mistake there by Tielemans. Gallagher. Milivojevic. Gives it away to Chowdhury. But Leicester give it away to Crystal Palace once more. Here's Zaha. He misses. But Gallagher tries to win it back for Palace as a go. Schmeichel gets rid of it.
Two decent saves from Schmeichel to keep it at 0-0. MacArthur here was allowed to advance far too easily. Where's the closing down? Into the area before a challenge came in. Ball came the way of Wilfried Zaha. Schmeichel denied him. And then Conor Gallagher as well. Gay. Mark Gay.
Here's Mark Gay. I think that's how you pronounce it. Mark Gay, not Mark Guayi. But Anderson's been dispossessed by Iheanacho, who gives Leicester City the lead. It's a horrible error from Joachim Anderson. And the Foxes hit the front here at the Eagles' own backyard. 1-0 Leicester.
From Joachim Anderson. His first Premier League goal of the season. Crystal Palace 0, Leicester City 1.
And there is a concerned-looking Patrick Vieira. Soyuncu tries to win the ball for Leicester. Here's Tielemans. Finding Harvey Barnes. Here's Vardy. He's going to have a go. Clinical as you like. From one of the most clinical men in football at the moment, Jamie Vardy, and assisted by Harvey Barnes. It's 2-0 to Leicester.
Anderson stuck out a desperate boot, but couldn't quite get enough contact to stop it reaching Jamie Vardy, who continues his very handy start to the season. That is now 6 goals in 7 Premier League games.
On to the second half.
Led by Lookman.
Iheanacho. Trying to find Vardy, but instead finds Barnes.
It's Harvey Barnes. It's in the
Side netting from Harvey Barnes. Could have been 3-0 to Leicester.
Look at the space he had here, Harvey Barnes. Far too much. Ward was sucked into the centre, which allowed Barnes the chance to have a shy goal. Well, Palace haven't lost at home under Patrick Vieira yet, but they are heading towards defeat this afternoon.
Schmeichel clears it.
It's Milivojevic.
Milivojevic.
Here's Milivojevic. Edouard got the wrong side of Soyuncu.
Can Edouard find a way for Palace? And he hits the bar near enough.
Couple of inches too high.
Better from Crystal Palace. Edouard hits the crossbar. And Jordan Ayew makes way for Elise that comes on, while Samare comes on for Chowdhury for Leicester. Anderson. Elise, and a substitute makes it 2-1. Elise puts Palace back in the game. And Kasper Schmeichel's furious. The 19-year-old has made it 2-1. Can Palace fight back against the Foxes? And now Gallagher's made way for Jeff Schlupp. Maddison comes on for Iheanacho.
And it's former Leicester man, Jeffrey Schlupp, who's coming on for Conor Gallagher.
Maddison tries to win the ball off Milivojevic, then off Zaha, but not quite. But here's Mitchell.
Now
MacArthur. Once again, Maddison tries to win the ball.
Gets the ball in. Good ball as well. Schlupp nearly with his first touch, levelling the score.
Schlupp could have made it 2-2. Leicester tried to clear it. But they find a way through. Jeff Schlupp equalises for Crystal Palace against his former club. And the South Londoners equalise, make it 2-2 here against the East Midlanders. Elise turning the game round for Crystal Palace, providing the cross. But after Edouard couldn't find a way through, Jeff Schlupp delivers against his former club.
For just 45 seconds before levelling things up.
The substitutes have been spot on for Patrick Vieira in this game, and Leicester have blown a 2-0 lead. Benteke now comes on for Edouard. Lookman makes way for Mark Albrighton for Leicester. Milivojevic. Into Jeff Schlupp, but this time no chance for the Palace player. Corner to Leicester. Here's Elise taking it. And Palace nearly find the winner.
It was Schlupp again that was in there.
Again, the former Leicester man, Jeff Schlupp, who was in there. But that is a remarkable comeback for Palace after being 2-0 down. So it is 2-0 at Selhurst Park.
We created enough chances even at the end to win the game.
He has been right in the thick of it. Crystal Palace still unbeaten at home under Patrick Vieira. Palace 2, Leicester 2.
I am disappointed because I think we created enough chances even at the end to win the game. Going 2-0 down at halftime was quite really harsh on us, and we created enough chances and we didn't take them. And in the other side, they created half chance and we give them those chances and they take the scores.
I thought we probably went ahead against the run of play for me. We're still searching for that stability, in our defender in the final third of the field. They get the 2 opportunities to score. So yeah, it's my job now. I need to try and find the balance of the team in order to get his defending with much more security.
Have you ever had that kind of impact before when you've come on as a sub?
Maybe when I was younger. Obviously, when you come on as a sub, you try and impact the game straight away. That's what you're brought on to do, whether it's to defend the lead sometimes or to try and get a goal. And today, my
2 more games to go.
To try and impact it on the attacking end, try and get a goal and get us back into the game, and I managed to do that.
Let's focus on Palace because they're really good to watch. And
2 more games to go, but here's the stats. 60% possession to Leicester's 40, 18 attempts to 9, 4 on target to 5, 1 corner to 3, 1.15 expected goals to 0.94. Anderson, MacArthur, Bertrand, Tillemans and Harvey Barnes all get on the book.
It's my job to try and impact it on the attacking end, try and get a goal and get us back into the game, and I managed to do that.
let's focus on Palace because they're really good to watch at the moment. And that transition from Roy Hodgson to Patrick Vieira so far appears to be going smoothly.
It's been brilliant. It's been a brilliant watch. Not only has he had the transition of the style of plays and a big transition within the players leaving and new players coming in. The fans are loving it, but their style of football, I think, is sometimes underappreciated. You know, they play an expansive style of football without the ball. They get tight and they win the ball out of the pitch with it. You know, if you look at that, this little bit of play here, this kind of epitomised them in the first half. They were probing and asking questions. Watch MacArthur here. The amount of times they did this and won the ball back high up the pitch, which set them on the attack. This was about their third real good chance, I felt like, of the game. They should be like at least 1-0 up at this point. They ended up going in 2-0 down. Now, what I loved about what I saw after that, don't get me wrong, Edward, great sign. I think he's going to do
It's a
really
shame
well.
he missed the bar. He hit the bar then, Edward.
People ask questions about what is playing in between the lines sometimes. This is not something I think Palace get credited with, ever. This is playing in between the lines. Little 5-yard passes. Can I make another run and find another run in between the line? They do exactly that. Just couldn't quite pull off the cross. But the quality that they brought to the table under the pressure of being 2-0 under, and actually the endeavour, that taking the risks and getting players forward towards the end of the game, they got what they deserved as well. This game, Brendan Rodgers will be laughing out of the car park that he got a point out of this. Top finish there from Elise. Took a little bit of luck and smashed it in the bottom corner. And then you just heard from Jeffrey Schlupp, came on and had a huge impact. And this is just all about numbers in the box. They just got what they deserved out of this game.
We always thought they'd get back in it, didn't we? Which we wouldn't have thought last season.
Last season, this isn't happening, I don't think. I think it's 2-0 down, you're going, okay, yeah, we'll scrap this one. But this team are different. They're young, they're fresh, they've got belief. And I've really enjoyed watching them this year.
And their home stats are great. Bearing in mind they've played Tottenham, Brentford and Leicester at home.
Yeah, I mean, last year you can see possession's gone up to 55%, shots up to 12.
Already had more possession at home than throughout last season in terms of average, Crystal Palace.
Brendan Rodgers says he needs to get the balance right to get them defended.
Conceding too many goals, 12
Yeah,
goals
they are.
already conceded this season.
They've had a really disappointing start to the season, I think Leicester have. They've really got work to do. Rodgers, I think, could be under pressure.
He's absolutely right. He needs to shore that up.
Right, West Ham and Brentford have been two of the more entertaining.
I would like to hear that again, sorry, from Shearer.
It's difficult for a manager to do.
Brendan Rodgers says he needs to get the balance right to get them defended better.
Conceding too many goals, 12 goals already conceded this season. I know they've got so many injuries, particularly in defensive areas, and then Didi in midfield is a big miss. Soyuncu doesn't look the same player without Fofana or Evans next to him, so he's absolutely right. He needs to shore that up.
Right, West Ham and Brentford have been two of the more entertaining teams so far.
Right, two of the London clubs next. West Ham against Brentford in East London.
An afternoon that promises much between two teams who've made a lively start to the season.
Right, West Ham, Fabianski, Sofal, Zuma, Ogbonna, Cresswell, Souček, Rice, Bowen, Benrahma, Fornals, Benrahma against his former club, and then Antonio, obviously, up front. As for Brentford, David Raya, Zanka, Janssen, Pinnock, Canos, Henry, Onyeka, Norgard, Baptiste, Mbomo, and Ivan Toney.
It's only the third meeting between these two clubs in the last 67 years. And West Ham won 4-0 the last time they were at home to Brentford. It was a while ago, in April of 1990.
Rico Henry
when they went up to the top
taking on Sofal.
Were relegated to the third tier.
Corner to Brentford.
Barely a minute played. Into that near post area.
Oh, and he's hit the bar. Mbomo's hit the crossbar. Could have easily been 1-0 to the Bees. And in fact, Brentford are actually wearing their yellow kit for once. The colour of the Bee, of course. Even though they play in red and white mainly. But yeah. It could have been easily 1-0 to Brentford just then. Pinnock tries to find Ivan Toney, but it's a good save by Fabianski.
In the early stages of this match, it is Brentford carrying all of the attacking threat. Ivan Toney struck it well.
And then Ogbonna then tries to clear it afterwards. Souček. Sofal, the two Czech Republic internationals at West Ham playing together. Sofal tries to cross it in, but it's blocked by Rico Henry. It is a corner to West Ham. And I'm going to be honest, I thought Zuma scored then and opened the scoring for the Hammers, but he went just wide. David Moyes is thinking. But here comes Brentford in the attack. Sergi Canos, good save by Fabianski. And another great save by Fabianski. But it's gone over the line. Shame for Lucas Fabianski, because Mbomo's shot did go over the line. And Brentford take the lead here in the East End of London. Yeah, that did go over. Shame for Fabianski. He was close, but that is over, definitely, from Mbomo. And Brentford take the lead here in Upton Park. The Olympic Stadium, sorry. Yeah, just crosses the line.
David Moyes and his side finding it less than straightforward so far this afternoon.
Substitution. Jensen comes on for Baptiste for Brentford.
Antonio.
Now Benrahma against his former club, and he shoots it wide.
Not far away from finding the corner. This is the best we've seen from West Ham.
Best we have seen from West Ham so far this game as the second half now starts.
Both sides guilty of giving the ball away.
Antonio, he's been brought out. That is surely a yellow card there. No, it's just a foul from Zanka. West Ham get a free kick though, regardless. Right decision, obviously. And I think Benrahma's going to take it. Oh, and he misses it again, just.
Well struck. It's all West Ham at the moment in this spell of the game as they desperately look to get back on level terms. Antonio.
Here's Antonio.
So foul.
So foul. He dispossesses Pinnock. And it goes wide from Jarrod Bowen, who could have easily equalised for West Ham.
It's been a while since Jarrod Bowen found the back of the net.
Oh, bloody hell, sorry.
To withstand something of an onslaught at the moment. West Ham have won both big matches when conceding first this season, and they come back and win this one. Will it be a
Here's Declan Rice.
scout for Brentford this summer?
Now Cresswell, who passes it left, trying to find Antonio. He does find Mikel Antonio, crossing it in. But here's a shot coming from West Ham, and it doesn't go in. That was so foul. Who could have equalised then for the Hammers? But Antonio fizzed that into the box very, very well. David Raya denies Vladimir Sofal. Here's Cresswell. Now Declan Rice taking on Matthias Jensen. Back to Aaron Cresswell. Deflected from Brentford, and West Ham are going to get a corner. Deflected from Matthias Jensen, the Dane international. It's a corner to West Ham. Cresswell takes it. Shot by Souček, and West Ham have equalised. No, sorry, by Jared Bowen. West Ham have equalised, assisted by Thomas Souček. And the equaliser from the Hammers finally arrives. Headed away by Souček, but finds Jared Bowen, who equalises for West Ham. And it is level here in East London, here at the Olympic Stadium. Bidstrup and Wieser come on for Onyeka and Mbomo for Brentford. But here's Declan Rice as West Ham try to find a winner, but they go wide.
If only either Mikel Antonio or Jared Bowen could have got their head on the end of that. So nearly for West Ham. Closing moments of the game, really.
Here's Canos. Nearly loses it to Ben Rama, but Brentford keep the ball. But then again, it just goes to Cresswell as Brentford look for a free kick.
Right at the end of the match.
Wieser goes down. Brentford's free kick. Headed in, but saved by Fabianski. But there goes the follow-up. And Brentford have surely won it right at the end here at stoppage time. The substitute Wieser has surely won it for Brentford. A fantastic winner. And that has set the West Ham fans right off. They're leaving already after that. And West Ham lose it right at the end. And Brentford find a winner. Surely that is 3 points for Brentford. A brilliant 3 points that is for Brentford. Another away win for Brentford. A repeat of the Molineux game. They took 3 points off Wolves at Molineux. They're surely going to take 3 points off West Ham here at the Olympic Stadium. And they have. And the full-time score is West Ham 1, Brentford 2. Watch out, Chelsea.
I'm completely aware of that. Very good team. And I'm very pleased how we played the first half. I think that was the impressive side of it. We need to do better second half if we want to continue the one we are now.
And your substitution worked out pretty well again.
Yeah, because I'm a genius. No, you sometimes have a lucky hand.
I think Brentford will make it hard for lots of teams because of the way they play. I've got no doubt. So, for long periods of the second half, we completely dominated. And it was the amount of chances. But I actually think the first half as well, the amount of opportunities we missed to make a goal, so at least get back into the game.
You can see us fighting for each other, running for each other. I just got to take it into every game, and the confidence we build. Yeah, we do well.
They were unlucky, West Ham were. I thought they played exceptionally well, but so did Brentford.
First half, I think that was the impressive side of it.
So let's look at the stats. 60% possession to 40, 18 attempts to 13, 5 on target to 6, 10 corners to 6, 1.47 expected goals to 1.30, and Zuma, Rice, Norgard, Canos, and Zanka all get on the book. One more game to go, and that is Spurs against Aston Villa coming up.
Because of how they play. So how do they play? Well, they're very brave. They're not afraid at all to commit men forward. And what they also do is if they don't win the first ball or the second ball, they try and keep it alive because they've got that many men forward. They've got so much energy, and that's why they will make it difficult. The final third there, they commit 4 there along with the 2 midfielders. They work it very well. They get the ball into the box. That's a decent header. It should be in the back of the net. I said they're not afraid to commit men forward. Look, they've got every single player there in the position, and that's what they do well. Is that when the ball comes back out, they keep it alive. They get their effort away again through Tony. And I said if they don't win the first one, maybe not the second either. But they've got that many men in and around the ball that it's bound to fall to one of them. Low ball rise here from Tony. Wemwell gets the little bit of luck that he deserves because he's prepared to gamble, and it's rightly given a goal. Second half, they were under the cosh, but that didn't stop them doing the work defensively. We've seen how many men they commit forward, but that doesn't stop them getting them back and doing their defensive shift also. And as I said, they were under so much pressure from West Ham in that second half. They did well to stop it, but that didn't put them off. They're all prepared to work for each other. And last kick of the game, many teams will be saying, "Okay, we've got a point." Not this team. There they go again. They've got everyone there, and because they've got everyone there, who does it fall to? Yeah, the substitute, Visa, and they deserve that. They worked very hard.
Brilliant performance by both teams, to be fair.
Very, very difficult for a lot of teams.
Takes some doing that, doesn't it? Being nearly promoted side, away from home.
That's who we've got next, Brentford. Won't be easy at all.
Oh, absolutely. That's what I said. They're brave. They believe in what they do. And because they do that, more often than not, if the ball gets headed out, it gets headed out to a Brentford player. And that's what they're good at, keeping the ball alive and putting teams under pressure.
Right, next it is Tottenham against Aston Villa, and Steve Wilson saw this one.
A torrid September for Spurs. Anyway, Lloris, Emerson Royale, Romero, Dyer, Reguilon, Højbjerg, Skip, and Ndombele, Lucas Moura, Son, and Kane. Now Aston Villa. Martinez, Konza, House, Mings. Cash, Target, Ramsey, Louise, McGinn. Danny Ings and Ollie Watkins both providing the striker duet for Aston Villa. That's definitely a booking, surely, for Douglas Luiz, although nothing's been given, and the free kick's taken quickly from Tottenham, but it's a great save by Martinez.
The free kick here for Douglas Luiz on Ndombele. The ball had stopped, and Harry Kane went for it. 11 games into his reign, and the pressure has certainly mounted on Nuno Espirito Santo.
Here's Matty Cash, taking on Reguilon. Trying to look for Danny Ings, but not quite. Here's Son. Højbjerg into Son. Kane's in the middle. But Son finds Højbjerg. And Højbjerg puts it in the bottom right corner. Tottenham lead against Aston Villa. Højbjerg gives Tottenham the lead here against Aston Villa.
Involved. It was Højbjerg into the path of Son. And for a guy who doesn't score that many goals, that's a brilliant finish.
Brilliant finish by Pierre-Emile Højbjerg.
Just passed it into
and Spurs hit the front here against Villa.
Spurs in front.
Matt Target tries to whip it in to Tyrone Mings, but here's Ollie Watkins for Villa. Taking on Eric Dyer, blocked by Eric Dyer, but Watkins has another go. But here's John McGinn. Great technique from John McGinn, but it doesn't go in. It goes just wide from the goal. Here's Douglas Luiz. McGinn. Matty Cash as Aston Villa look for an equaliser, but Tottenham try to clear it away. Here's Matty Cash once more. Now Douglas Luiz tries to whip it in. Here's Matt Target. Christian Romero gets rid of it for Spurs to stop Aston Villa from equalising.
The clearance wasn't great from Emerson. The block from Christian Romero was much better. We'll celebrate 3 years in the job next weekend, Dean Smith. That's a good ball. Son is in behind.
Here's Son. Konsa's chasing, but can he make it 2? No, he can't. It's a good save by Martinez. Once again, the South Korean superstar has been lively for Spurs. Tottenham now have a corner, and it is Son taking it. Can Tottenham double their lead? The answer's no for now. But Eric Dyer's won it back for Spurs. Now here's Ndombele taking on Matt Target. Trying to make it 2-0, but it goes straight to Martinez's clutches.
Shimmy inside and drop of the shoulder. Very comfortable save in the end for Emiliano Martinez in the Villa goal.
Watkins taking on Højbjerg. Now Konsa. But the referee says play on. Here's Danny Ings into Matt Target. And Villa find the equaliser. A tap in from Ollie Watkins. Aston Villa equalise here at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium. Watkins equalises here at the new White Hart Lane. And Tottenham have got work to do after that.
First goal of the season for Ollie Watkins. And it's 1-1.
First goal of the season for Watkins, and what a tap-in it was. Buendia comes on for Jacob Ramsey for Villa. Now here's Son. Kane and Lucas Moura there, and it is tapped in by Lucas Moura. Tottenham are back in front.
Touch. But it's Son who supplied the sparkle, the pace and the pass.
It's brilliant once again from Son to find Lucas Moura. But it's been deemed that this is actually an own goal from Matt Target and not a finisher from Lucas Moura. But regardless, it doesn't care for Tottenham fans anyway. They're 2-1 up. Lo Celso comes on for Ndombele. Buendia. Now to McGinn. Matt Target. Danny Ings could have had a go. He then has a go, but it goes straight to Lloris.
Just wonder if he could have taken this on the volley, Danny Ings. Very difficult. Lloris with the save.
Bertrand Traore comes on for House for Villa. But here's Son. Into Kane. Into Lo Celso. Blocked by Tyrone Mings. Otherwise, that would have been a superb third goal from Tottenham.
Fantastic awareness by Harry Kane. That's 5 minutes. Narrow lead.
Surely Spurs have won this match. Lloris is going to kick it out in a minute. But here comes Kane. Against Martinez. Martinez saves it. Has a go anyway. But Martinez, it goes straight to Martinez's clutches. It doesn't matter. It's 3 points for Tottenham. They're back to winning ways after a torrid September.
But the end, it's about being resilient and hold the ball there, not concede any chances to Villa. So, and to get what the fans give us, the support that they give us today was huge. And home fact for us is very important. We are very thankful.
The very best finishers, the very best strikers, sometimes just pass the ball into the corner of the net. That was a great finish. You'd be absolutely thrilled with that.
Yeah, I was very happy. I was very happy to help the team. I was very happy to being able to help the team in that way as well. It was nice. It was a nice feeling.
Dean, you've been disappointed. Obviously, you've had a great couple of weeks, and this one got away from you.
Yeah, it feels like it's got away from us. It's a disappointment. I didn't think there was an awful lot between the two teams. I think the difference was they had the outstanding player on the pitch, which was Son today. I thought he was outstanding, and I thought that was a difference between the two teams.
Not going to disagree with that, are you?
No, he's back to his best.
I completely agree with Dean Smith on that. Son was freaking incredible that game.
Now slips through his clutches.
When has he not been incredible though? Right. Let's see what the stats are.
But the end, it's about being resilient and hold the ball there, not concede any chances to Villa. So
57% possession to 43, 17 attempts to 14, 8 on target to 3, 5 corners to 8, 1.55 expected goals to 1.31. Skip, Romero, and Ramsey all get on the book.
I was very happy. I was very happy to help the team.
Outstanding, and I thought that was a difference between the two teams.
Not going to disagree with that, are you?
No, he's back to his best. I mean, I was critical of him last week in the North London derby, along with a whole host of other players.
Oh, really? Well, Tottenham were just awful in that North London derby against Arsenal.
He's unstoppable. He really is. The things he does down that left-hand side for Tottenham, he's a goal threat. He creates things. And it's almost like when he's on it, the rest react. They really do. I love it when he gets into situations like this. He knows exactly what Matty Cash wants to do.
Once again, the best player on the pitch, Son was.
Ahead of him, down that left-hand side. He was a creator today as well. He pops up, whether it's on his left foot or his right foot, he's always a threat. I think when he signed his contract at the start of the season as well, it massively lifted the place. And obviously all the stuff that was around Harry Kane at the time, him staying was a big thing for the fans. And his performances like today, I mean, this is a great finish from Højbjerg, but his performances like today that are massively important to the club and on one of the most pressurised days as well for Nuno Espirito Santo.
I know the Spurs players have taken a lot of criticism, but when he plays like that, there's not many defenders that can live with him. He's got almost everything you need. He's got the pace, he's got the energy, he's got the drive to get in there. He gets you goals, he gets you assists. Such a huge fan of his, and they just couldn't cope with him today. And manager was right there in terms of he was the difference. I mean, the way he stops the defender there, then goes again. You can't stop that when he's got you lined up one-on-one there. Impossible. Fantastic play.
Is it being sensationalist to say that was a huge win for Nuno?
Oh no, I think it was huge.
It was a huge win for Nuno.
The chatter had started
after the September they had.
I think it's because of the manner of the defeats. Me and Al was just talking about it a minute ago. The Palace defeat and the way they lost that game was terrible. You can't lose the North London derby the way they lost it. Losing games is fine, but the way that he seemed to have the team set up wasn't right. And today, got that balance right in midfield. The forward line looked like they were back at the best. So it was a massive win for Tottenham.
And to go again when Villa equalised.
Yeah, that shows they've got the bit of character in the team that they needed, and they're behind the manager.
Right, the Women's Football Show follows us with highlights from the.
So there we have it.
Next Saturday we've got the Manchester derby line.
So there we have it. So that's the 10 goals, and now I'm going to see what goal of the month is. Oh, we'll see the table first as well.
Table looks tonight.
Get in! We're freaking top. That's why I was so happy seeing Liverpool and City drew 2-2.
Liverpool.
So, Chelsea are top, 16 points. Liverpool second, 15. Third, Man City, 14. Some are, by the way, level on goal difference. Anyway, fourth, Man United, 14. Fifth, Everton, 14. Sixth, Brighton, 14. Seventh, Brentford, 12. Eighth, Tottenham, 12. 11th, West Ham, 11. 10th, Aston Villa, 10.
Inside left.
Ow!
With Manchester City, who are third. Brentford and Tottenham, who got West Ham, who dropped to 9.
11th, Arsenal, 10. 12th, Wolves, 9. 13th, Leicester, 8. 14th, and joint 14th, Crystal Palace and Watford on 7 with -3 goal difference together. 16th, Leeds, 6. 17th, Southampton, 4. 18th, Burnley, 3. 19th, Newcastle, 3. 20th, Norwich, 1.
Crystal Palace climb 1 place to 14th.
So, let's see what the goal of the month was then.
13th. Time now for the result of goal of the month.
What did I say? Third, Jimenez. Second, Fernandez. No, third, Fernandez. Second, Jimenez. First, Townsend. But let's see if I got it right anyway.
And in third place, Raul Jimenez with 13% of the vote.
Oh, it was Keita.
28% of the vote. And the winner of goal of the month.
I got it right though with Townsend. Get in. Keita did beat Fernandez. Well, I was so undecided between Fernandez and Keita for that goal. They were both magnificent. But this goal from Andros Townsend against Burnley was just sublime. Look at that. Absolute rocket. He's some player, isn't he? Some player.
Can't argue with that. Just time for Too Good, Too Bad. Before
And there we are. That is the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed it. And yeah, I will see you next time. Before I leave, actually. My predictions for round 8 isn't in this video due to the international break this weekend. So I'm going to put that in a separate video next week before game week 8 begins. So yeah, thanks for the video. I'll see you soon. Take care.